Yo, what it do? Hey, we know you just saw that fresh new intro. Wasn't that shit sick? Well, we couldn't agree more, guys.
Right, we just collaborated with our boy Omar at Sun City Vibes to help create an intro that would take our podcast to the next level. Do you need help with your video editing and content creation to help elevate your business to the next level? Well, Sun City Vibes has you covered without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Whether it's a logo reveal, a music video, drone footage, or even t-shirt printing, guys, hit up Sun City Vibes for quality work and affordable price. Shit, Omar even made us a sick-ass hat. Look at this.
It's a fresh-ass hat.
Fresh.
Shit's fresh.
Fresh.
So yeah, guys, go help support those that support us and hit up our boy Omar and tell him Chris and Misa sent you from the podcast and help support a local El Paso business today. Let's go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. As always, guys, co-host of the podcast, Mr. Misael is here with us.
Yeah. Yo, what it do?
In the producer chair, our boy Joe is back.
Hey.
He's back, finally. It's been a...
Is he back? I don't know.
I don't think
Physically.
His eyes are very low today.
I'm extremely tired.
Yeah. And Joe...
I worked a double yesterday, too.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
That's what the shots were called,
ass.
right? Doubles.
Double. All right, guys. For episode 136, we have a very special guest, friend of the podcast, Mr. Emanuel. Trujillo is in the building. Mr. Manny.
Thank you guys for having me here today, man. I really appreciate you guys, man.
Welcome,
man.
welcome.
I'm very proud of you, Chris, man. 136, I think you said,
Yes,
man.
sir.
That's impressive, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Stick with it, man. Stick with it, man. Definitely.
Yeah, dude, and I hit you up like 2-3 months ago, like just saying, hey, we should get a podcast in.
Yes.
And you're an extremely busy guy
Yes.
with your work, so
Yes.
it's good that we were able to get this planned and that we're all here today. Blue in the back. Shout out to Blue.
Look at him.
Thank you.
Keeping these beers cold
Thank
as
you.
fuck. So before we
Appreciate you.
start this, guys, we have a tradition on the podcast.
Ooh, here we go.
And it's called the cracking of the celebratory beer. And it sounds like...
I didn't know. Okay. I got to crack one. I could crack. I'll drink it.
All right, guys. So cheers to everyone.
Oh, he's going to have to chug it, dude.
Cheers to
Ah,
Joe.
Luis, it's
cheers
all right.
to Blue. Cheers to
Salute.
Manny.
Salute.
Cheers to everybody
watching,
supporting
man.
us.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to indulge. Holy fuck, that's cold. Oh, shit. There you
Hey,
go.
wait.
Yes, sir.
Oh, cabrón.
Bro, this is the best. That's the... Whoa.
Somebody cut him off already.
All right, hell yes.
That was cold. That was cold, man.
Thank you for being here today, bro.
That's Blue.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Blue.
that's courtesy of Blue. It
Appreciate
stands
you,
for
Blue.
fucking cold as fuck. That's what he does.
Cold-blooded.
All right, so, Mr. Manny, for the podcast audience who may not know who you are, can you just go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit?
All right. Well, my name is Emanuel Trujillo. Grew up here in El Paso. I have many pseudo-names depending on the crowd that I hang around. But here, coming with Chris and being labeled by his dad, everybody calls me the Rhythm.
The Rhythm?
The Rhythm.
Rhythm.
It's a story, man. It's a good story, and it was from his dad. So only really close friends, families truly know me as that, the Rhythm. And anybody watching and hearing this right now, they're cracking up if they know what that name means, man. I'll tell you that.
I know him as Theo Manny.
There you
Theo
go,
Manny.
man. Yeah, that's the other crew. Yeah, I go. I mean, but I love it. It's a pleasure. The family and friends growing up where I grew up, learning what I learned, and being right now where I'm in my life right now. It's truly been a journey.
Right.
It's been a journey. Excuse me. Oh, that's the cold beer, and but truly enjoyed it, and I love it. Thank you for having me here.
Hell yeah. So one of the things, Manny, is like obviously you're saying you're friends with like my dad, a bunch of our family.
Yes.
You've known me since I was a little fucking kid.
Yes, sir, man.
Small
yes,
as
sir.
shit.
You were going to the tailgates out there without.
He was small.
He was.
I was small at one point. Yes. Very large now, but it's a
Well,
different-
he's well rounded, man. He's well rounded, man. And that's a good man right there.
But yeah, dude. So like one of the things that I was gonna mention was that like you know how you have those people in your life that like you look up to, people that you might say like, hey, this is somebody that I hold in high regards. Definitely like you, David, my uncle Mike. You guys are definitely like that. And to see how all your guys' life has like played out.
You've been there. You've been there.
I've seen
You've
it all.
seen it.
Yeah.
You've seen it all, man.
For you, it was kind of cool because like. for you, it was a little bit later that you went to school and got
Yes.
your degree, got yourself in this position where you're successful now.
Yes.
So we'll
Yes.
talk about that. But
Yes.
what is it that you do now currently?
So currently, I am working at a rehabilitation hospital for people. I'm the house supervisor / well, we have many roles as in the nursing field, and that's what I do. I'm an RN, and so I work out of Las Cruces, and it's a rehabilitation hospital. People who have strokes, who have been in trauma and like motor vehicle accidents, cardiac issues and stuff, or trauma to the brain. Excuse me. And so we rehabilitate them, and we take all ages. We have had from 18-year-olds to 94-year-olds, believe it or not. And so I manage 40 beds out there, and it's a very fast-paced job. It is, has its challenges. And like you said earlier, I work a lot there. I love it. I do truly, truly love what I do in my job.
Yeah, you were telling me you were fucking off a 16-hour shift on Friday.
Yes.
And then immediately after that, a 4-hour shift at the bar to follow.
You working overtime?
For those golfers out there, that's called the 19th hole, man. So yeah, no, definitely. Those who know about nursing, they're like, oh my God, they see these expect these TV shows how it is, and
Right.
and I work
Grey's Anatomy shit.
exactly. So I've done the emergency trauma. I've done that. I've done hospice nursing, correctional. Believe it or not, yes, I worked out at the jail out there processing, and that was an experience.
Right.
And now doing rehabilitation. So I'm learning, skills here and there, picking up as I go, because that's all you do. You can learn. Yeah, and nursing is learning. You don't stop.
Right.
You have to keep going with the times, because medications and procedures that you do change yearly. Believe it or not, and the ones who dictate that is the higher people that learn. You got to stick with them. Keep going.
Right.
Keep going. Sorry. But yeah, I'm out there. I love it. We do supposed to do 3 days out of the week, but no, that's just a dream, Yeah, you're gonna pick up 4 or 5 days, 12 to 14-hour shifts, and yeah, but we do it, man. We keep doing and going and going. I mean, we don't stop.
Yeah, dude. And then the nursing field is one of those fucking occupations where there's always going to be a tremendous need for people.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Man, if this pandemic that we just ignored.
we had a pandemic.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, that's taught us all about it, man.
Right.
It's got its own challenges, and it's not what people think, man. It's not Grey's Anatomy. That's the joke we all use in the nursing field. It's not great. Yeah, no doctor helps you to go move a patient. No
Right.
doctor helps you clean a patient up, man.
You're not smashing Meredith on the side.
Yeah, definitely not, man.
How are you?
There are Merediths out there, dude. Let me tell you, but it's not like that.
They're all married and shit.
Yeah, they already
dude,
come with their
hilarious.
story, man.
Fucking nursing, dude. And it's crazy because fucking you went to the nursing school here at UTEP, which is it's become one of the best ones.
Yes.
Especially for producing Hispanic nurses.
Yes.
Or just Hispanic scholars in general. UTEP pushes that shit out.
UTEP is a great school for La Raza, for the Hispanic community. I mean, they really helped you out.
Right.
And like you said, where I grew up, I never thought, I went back to school at 36.
Wow.
At 36. And my daughter at that time was, and she was and that's why I have a tattoo right here. It says Hannah with a cross, because she was my salvation. But I went back, you got to understand, and I went into a challenging field.
Right.
At 36, already, kind of looking older and everything, right?
You didn't just go back for business or anything.
No. I went into a health field, man, that already had, you got to get ranked.
Challenging too.
Very. You got 200 students going into at the same time, and 45 graduating. I mean, the people around you, they're not going to be there through the whole time.
It's the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it's cut like that. So when I went in, and UTEP was ranked 7th, it had a passing rate of 97% in my class. To when you passed that 97. But like I said, it was small class. You go in with 200, and then your friends become friends, and you see them drop. They tell you hey, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that. But I got there. And I made good friends. Some of you met her, and some Ileana, she's out there. If you see me, I told her I was going to be out here. But I went into with 21, 22-year-olds, and they kept me young. And, I went in and it was hard to start, mingling, talking, socializing.
Right.
Trying to socialize because their mentality is different from me. I went in focused. Like, get this shit done.
And that, and the slang that the kids talk nowadays.
No, man.
That's lit.
What's popping? What's popping? I had to explain that. What do you mean, what's popping?
They're like, stay fresh. She's like, what is that?
I come from with a cuo. That's a cuo.
Que rollo.
Que rollo, commandant.
But what's interesting, like you were saying, is I think you met my friend Mike Revels.
Yes.
Either, I don't know if it was in nursing school or you met him afterwards.
After.
But he's my age. We graduated Coronado
Yes.
2009.
How long ago did you graduate?
I graduated in 2015.
Oh, okay.
2015 in the summer. I finished nursing school in 3.5 years.
Damn. You were
It's
laser
a 4.5 year program because you got to go half of semester pre-nursing.
Yeah.
And that's where they start separating.
That's where you get weeded out and shit.
Yeah, that's where they start ranking you.
My dad's a teacher at UTEP for the nursing program.
Really?
Esteban Monreal.
Oh, that's your dad?
That's my dad. Yeah.
No way. Yeah.
Like, he almost failed me.
I found out yesterday.
Because he always makes that joke. He's like, you want to see a tattoo of my dad? He shows his arm. And so right now, when he started being serious about his dad, I was like, oh shit, you have an actual dad.
No, I've never, if you did your dad, I never crossed him. There's so many discipline, I never crossed him. Like I said, I went in quick and I was like, get it done. Get it done. I'm not here to play games or anything. So I crunch time, man. There's a thing that we do out there. And I tell all those people, those young nurses going through the process, it's a pyramid and it's social life, sleep, study. So only pick two. And that's what you got to do.
Can't have all three.
Oh no, that's David and them.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, dude.
I was gone.
Yep, he was MIA.
Yeah, I was gone for almost 3.5 years, man. Yeah,
but
studying at night, 2, 3 in the morning, man.
Yeah.
But what's cool is like, like somebody like myself, I'm still going to fucking school. I'm still like, I'm almost done, but like,
Trying to graduate from high school still.
Got
Got the GED. Gotcha.
He'll be 36.
But no, it's like inspiring because like you see other people that like life doesn't have to play out the same for everybody.
No.
Not everybody goes to
No.
fucking college right after school.
No.
Some people
you're not ready.
right? And some people like things happen in their life, whether they have a kid, maybe they've suffered a loss of a loved one or something. Everybody's life plays out differently, and like you just never gave up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like why I'm like, dude, I have to finish my fucking degree. Like, there's no way I
Yeah,
can't
you
not
gotta
do
get
it.
out,
12
man.
years, 15 years already, Chris?
I've been doing it for 12 years.
Get
For
out,
his
man.
basics.
You
Yeah,
gotta
dude.
get out,
It's
man.
fucking terrible,
You gotta get out. I mean, the word I said it earlier. It's focus. So when I got out of high school, man, I was still 1,000 miles an hour.
Right.
There was no
girls,
you
bro.
weren't. Yeah, man, you weren't gonna stop me, man. And then Juarez, right over like 10-minute drive, bro. You ain't gonna stop me. Back then, $20 will get you a lot, dude.
$20 in Juarez back then?
You see, I have another pseudo name out there, and those guys that know me from that group, they call me El Torta Manny because I would love going over there to get some tortas, blah. I love colitas de pavo, bro. Everybody knows that. Right, dude, with the chile toreados out there, dude. From that little cart that's kind of questionable and shit.
But it's dog meat. Doesn't have any fucking licenses to be doing business.
Yeah, but it's like a 50-year-old lady doing it.
It's
But it's the
Juarez,
best
bro.
shit ever.
It's Juarez, bro. There's a joke. We would walk up to the taco stands and say, "Hey, what do you guys got today? Cat or dog?" And they're like, "Oh, we got dog today. Couldn't find any cat."
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, and like, what do you think it was about nursing that made you want to like pursue that? Because obviously you said it, like it's not an easy profession, especially if you're going back to school after being out of school for such a long time. Why was it nursing and not like business or like fucking education or something like that? Why nursing?
Good question. And a lot of people, I've been asked that before. Before that, I worked at Aceitunas talking, I worked 6 years as a bouncer, bar back there, dude. Memories, stories. I mean, I need to do like 20 shows to tell you stories and shit that we've done there, dude.
Can I host the Aceitunas podcast?
And then from there, as I went through it, the casino opened. So there became a casino at the racetrack. So I got applied there, right? And I became security, did that for about 4 years. And then at that time, I'm around 26 years old. And one day I drove through McNutt And I came across an area where they stopped us on McNair Road. And there were some guys in scrubs and they were walking some kids. Okay. So I looked into it. I'm like, what the fuck is that, man? You know? So the next day I walked in, man. I walked in. What do you guys do here, man? And he's all like, it's a restitution center for kids, you know? And I go, what were the guys in scrubs? And then they're like, well, who are you? I go, I want to work here. Oh, you know, we're hiring. You just need your CNA. So I went to community college, and 1 month, $350 back.
That's like accreditation or
yeah,
something?
certified nursing assistant.
Okay, cool.
That's why I started right there. So I went in, and it was a restitution for troubled kids, and they have CNAs to help them out and everything, cameras everywhere. No, it's like really, and then they have adult. It's all behavioral health, you know, because they have an adult area, and those are people like, you know, addictions and excuse me, with bipolar, you know, all kinds of stuff.
Right, mental health issues.
That was it.
Okay.
Started going into that. Worked there. That's where I met my daughter's mom. Didn't know she was the daughter of the CEO, you know. Yeah.
And that's not Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good. Let me tell you, man. She was 18. I was 26.
Allah.
Yeah. She was my daughter. Yeah. And she pursued. I tried to. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. When I found out, I was like, nah, fuck, what am I doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, she's on the other side of the tracks, man. I'm over here from the hood, you know. We grew up Sandoval and Tiny Country, you know, back good times. But yeah. So 9 months later, she's pregnant.
Just like that, life happens fast.
See, Baba. Worked 8 years, and then I got into the mental health behavior. I followed a doctor. Check out this. Worked with him and ended up another children's unit called Champs out there in the east side. And one day he came up to me. He said, what are you doing, Trujillo? What are you doing here, man? You're doing nursing work. And I'm going like, yeah, man, you know, I love it. I do. You're wasting your time, man. You're not getting paid for it.
Right.
You know, the guy was from Honduras, Dr. Moreira. Love you, man. He's a mentor.
He's from Honduras?
Yeah, he was from Honduras, man. And he got his doctorate. His family sold fruit. They had fruit stands. But he got his in psychiatry, child psychiatry over there. But when he came over here, he had to go through the boards here. He still had to go to school here.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's a higher, I guess, I don't know.
It's a higher
bureaucracy,
level.
whatever,
Yeah,
you know.
of course.
You know, if you know a science, you know a science, man. You know a science. Anyway, and worked with him for about 7 years, you know, and around the age of 36, you know, he comes up to me and tells me, like, dude, I've known you for long, man. He took care of my first, he's on here, pay it forward, gave me my first semester at UTEP.
Yeah, it took him 7 years to help you out.
Took him 7 years maybe to see.
Hey, this guy could
That he could do it.
more.
Yeah.
He's got potential.
And like and for him to like to
He
put up
invested.
the money for you, he
Yeah, he
invested you,
invested.
and he knew like if I do this, like this is gonna make his life like a tenfold better. You know what I mean?
So I had that, like you could say, on your back, like a little burden, right?
Right. Or maybe like a boost in a
Motivation.
way.
Well, yeah,
Like motivation. Yeah,
yes, there you go.
Like
Yeah.
because when you say burden, I think of like it's kind of like something that holds you back. You know what I mean?
True.
And this was kind of like added motivation, like somebody
And exactly
pushing
because
you.
I had first of all an opportunity.
Right.
I got an opportunity. A lot of people don't get opportunities like that. Here you go. And if I didn't take it there, I don't know where I would be right now.
Right.
Still working at Tunas.
Probably
Still working.
bar backing, which I wouldn't mind either.
Yeah, dude. That's crazy. And fucking like nursing is so challenging and it's like it's not for everybody.
No.
Like I couldn't do that shit.
No.
Like I can't fucking
No.
Just put a band-aid on it, dude.
yeah, dude. I couldn't do that. Like fucking needles, anything like that. I'm
Now as a
fucking
senior
bitch.
nurse, I get what we're called preceptors. So the new nurses get hired. They hired and they're young. We preceptee for like 6 weeks, 12 weeks. Guide them. Come on. I've done that many times. And honestly, I don't know if it's maybe me or what, but I have like a 60% rate that they stay. When they get the first patient or the first patient dies on them, because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Can't save everybody. Exactly. Can't save
That's a
everybody.
sad
Yeah.
choice.
Everybody has the same destiny in this room.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Everybody. We're going to the same place, man.
Yeah, we're just on different paths there.
It's how we get there. You know, it's honest too. Man.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
honest too. So that happens to them and they realize, that's what I'm telling you that you said it. Maybe it's not for me.
It's not for me, yeah.
But you already went through the process, man. You're like, that's because it happened. I came to a crossroads. Like, you deal with it or not.
Right.
Because you can't turn back.
But is it like sometimes like, and I could be wrong, but do you feel like they maybe like blame the person dying on something they could have done or that they didn't do?
No, man, no. Life's gonna do what it's gonna do. People have fate, man. I believe in fate. You know, things are gonna happen, man. If it wasn't not meant to be, your plan wasn't here. Your plan wasn't here. Play. I do believe it's something else. You know, higher being. So I believe you go on to another place, man, and make another life.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
That's faith.
Yeah, and you see nobody like I don't really think about like those challenges of like being a nurse, and yeah, you have to deal with people dying on you.
People die on you, and then you have your family that as you get older, and they die on you.
Right, and then all this the fucking like the fucking real like traumatic shit you see. Like you were working at an ER, right?
Yes.
And so like that is like the front lines of like seeing like the craziest shit. Somebody gets stabbed.
Kids.
You know what I mean? Fucking kids. People getting in bad accidents. Like all sorts of shit.
Yeah. I could tell there are stories out there. They're very, that's all nursing friends and good times, man. And there you go. But look, there's Davey. There's my kiddo right there. That's my gold right there, man. That's it. Anyway, and I was walking out and I had done it 4 days in a row, and it was a Friday, man, and we were slammed, dude. All the beds we have like 59 beds at Del Sol when I was working there.
God damn.
All of them full, man. Paramedics and nurses, everybody working together. Boom, boom, moving people. In the ER, you have about 4 to 6 hours either to do two things: stabilize and stabilize or discharge. Stabilize means they're going to get admitted.
Yeah.
You're going to get them stable, send them
upstairs, and
wherever
then
they need to go.
fucking send them home.
Send them out.
Right.
It's like, money. You got to rotate.
Right.
Those beds, those empty beds, and they're going to be empty. There's money to be sat on those. Yeah. And there are emergencies too.
Yeah.
So, and then we have a lot of population. That hospital is fast. It is not for everybody too. And that's another challenge the nurses have. You're not going to always end up in a place that, it's going to be all nice and pretty. No.
You're gonna be stuck with some fucking bad situations.
But it's those places that are nitty gritty that are like crazy, like fast boom that you learn.
Right.
You learn. Those that you critical think what I need to do.
And if the fucking nursing school doesn't weed you out, that shit will weed you out.
That's
right.
to tell you. That's a lot of. They go in and I'm like, hey, I'll ask for her. Hey, where's this girl go? I mean, she never came back. She's like, nah, man. She walked out. Yeah. It wasn't for her. Yeah. And most of the times, and when they lose that patient, and then on top of that, it depends what type of patient.
Yeah,
it could be a teen, it could be an older folk, and a child. It's the ER, so you get
whatever you get. Mm-hmm. Damn, that's rough.
Yeah. It's a reality. It's
that's fucking crazy.
and then it's just to go home after that, and then to go the next day and do it again.
And yes, get up and you do it.
So like
3 days in a row, 4 days in a row.
So how do you kind of like reset like after a bad day? Like what is something that like helps you?
No.
It's like you see this blue camera.
It's that overtime we're talking about. It's that OT.
He's all. It starts with an M and ends in O.
At first. You do it because you have, in a sense, you're like, I need the experience, right? And the thing is now that what this pandemic had taught us now is like, holy shit, our health system is broken. It is severely broken. It has, man. Right. You guys, I mean, it is expensive. I mean, I think the United States comes like 14th or 15th. Don't quote me on that. I went to, it's something that was told, but professionals, but between 14th to 16th in the world in health. But it's one of the most costly health ones.
Most expensive. Yeah, for sure.
Very expensive. I think the best health is like in Norway. Yeah,
some small like
it's a socialist country.
Socialist country. That's what I was gonna say because
socialist country.
The fucking everybody shares the money.
I think they pay like 45% tax, but the education, healthcare, and
you never pay for anything. It's all free,
and your first home is free.
Right.
What?
Yes.
I'm going.
Dude,
if you painted the national colors, I think, because I was there in 2005. I got blessed to go up there for like 3 weeks for a wedding, a summer solstice kind of thing.
Damn.
And my daughter is like 6 months old. Man. Well, she was born in 2004. No, like a year old. Anyhow, and I got blessed, and it's beautiful, man. It is like that Lord of the Rings kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I'm not joking. It's Viking land, bro.
Dude, fuck yeah.
It is the women, bro. No one less than 6 feet tall, bro. Blonde. They make the blondes here, not blondes over there.
Manny
bro.
felt like Frodo.
Oh, dude.
He's like,
I felt many things, bro. I'm telling you, but
funny.
6-pack of fucking Corona, I found some, bro.
$25.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
I can see it. Yep.
Yes, dude. Yeah, dude. But it's stupid to buy it. I was dumb.
Yeah.
Up there, every little town, almost every town has its own microbrewery.
And it's strong fucking
Fuck,
beer.
it's local brew.
Yeah.
The cheese and the meat. All the little towns all have that. Because when it snows up there, the city's in lockdown. There's no driving area.
go nowhere.
So that's why those blondes up there have thick legs because they cross country ski.
Holy Did you see a
That's
bunch of
crazy.
bobbles out there
Did
too?
his research.
Well, he was there.
I was there.
I seen it.
I had to do research.
seen it.
He's all following.
I kept asking. I was like, God damn, they're talking fucking shit, dude.
Pa' que me
Y'all know
peguen.
where I can find some Corona?
Yeah, dude. Exactly, the idiot. Exactly till the guys, the place we were staying at, the guy's like, "Dude, man, fucking mind that's Mexican beer? Why you buying that shit? You know, the town has its own fucking microbrewery." I go, "What do you mean?" So you go down there and a couple of blocks and go in there and they give you a little wood keg, man.
Little
and,
pub.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's sick. Chris is like, I'm gonna move over there.
For
I'm
like,
ready.
it's in crowns. So it was like 7 crowns for $1 and it was 35 crowns. So $5
$5. Yeah.
for like a gallon of freshly made, Old Town Norway beer, Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
It's good
I'm
times.
like, where is Norway?
Where is Norway? It's a Scandinavian
Dude,
country.
it's something. Look, put images,
bless.
clip on images or some
Look
shit,
at how he
dude.
spelled Norway.
Nowhere.
Damn, that's nice.
Tell me that. I was just,
Share it, Joe.
share
Share
it,
it in the
Joe.
Zoom.
look at that, dude.
Okay, so
I'm not joking. They had they're called fjords. I think they're armlets of the sea that go in miles into that country. They go, and then the people live right at the edge of them.
it's like an inland river?
Yeah, like yes, of the sea. All that is salt water.
Okay. And then people establish settlements
That's
along.
called that rock up there
shit.
that you saw. That rock.
fuck?
It's called the ogre's tongue. That one. It's
Okay.
I was
Damn.
there. I didn't get to the edge, but hell no, fuck no, dude. My luck, that shit breaks, dude.
Well, with all your weight on there, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
dude, that is
I'm
wild.
not joking, man.
Wait, so why the fuck did you even go over there again?
So like when my daughter's mom came, remember I married almost
He was
married
looking for a ring.
the daughter CEO.
Came into some fresh moolah.
No. Her dad took us.
Damn,
He
okay.
paid everything because his sister met some gentleman up there.
Okay.
And
said,
he
"Let's
wanted
get
to
married
wait over
in
there.
Norway."
Yeah, he was like a I don't know. He had a wear up. Look at that. It's up there, dude.
Fucking
You know what comes out of there too?
No way.
Volvos.
You know what comes out of there?
Volvos? This guy.
Black metal.
Black metal? Okay.
Dude, it is. There's
iron ore?
there's towns over there. It's like hardcore Aryan,
Right.
too.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure.
Yes,
yeah,
What
dude.
they call the orcs.
Dude, of course, up there you'll fucking see some.
That's that black metal. Like if you go with black metal music, it is very dark music, man. It is very dark music. But scenery wise, look at this, dude. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous,
Beautiful.
dude.
I'm like, how do you
Gorgeous.
get out of there? By boat?
Yeah.
How do like
That's why I tell you when it snows in those towns when it snows they're locked in.
Yeah.
right? So that's maybe where that oppression can be felt, right? Like during the winter.
Oh no, yes, they have a
Because
high
it's like-
suicide rate.
Right, because it's probably fucking snowing every day,
Yes,
cloudy, dark,
dark.
fucking. You can't go anywhere or
Yes.
see anybody, so you're kind of fucked.
Joe's over here trying to look for a water burger.
Y'all got tacos out here?
Their meat, the cattle, they hardly eat the cattle. The cattle's used for milk,
Okay.
cheese production.
Cheese.
No, I'm like, I'm gonna eat some arrachera steak.
They have reindeer up
Eat
there.
elk meat
Elk?
and shit.
Elk. So it's sometimes in some towns you're driving through the roads. It's so temperature is still modest. 45 degrees. Still what we would call here cold.
Pretty nippy.
Yeah.
Right. Up there, that's like.
And they have these people on the side with freshly killed reindeer or elk, and you stop and you can get your cut of meat. That's how that country lives, man.
That's crazy.
It man.
Fucking Norway, bro.
But it's expensive, Papa. All those Denmark. I was in Denmark for a little bit. A little bit of Germany. We did a little cruise out there. We were out there 3 weeks, man.
What do people do like for jobs?
Everybody's a
over there?
fucking doctor over there.
Yes, they're in sciences. They're biochemists. Yes,
Smart fuck.
Yes, yes.
Holy shit.
Yes, they're biochemists. They're scientists. They're
And you know what's crazy about like a place like that? Like
engineers.
Like you can't just move there. Like you have to like have permission to like go over there.
You have to live in the country. I believe 2 years before you can apply and establish like credit, like all kinds of things. And it's expensive,
right?
Just to do that 2 years. I mean, it's I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's expensive, yeah. And then they will tell you if you can stay there.
You got to show your worth, dude.
Yeah, you have to go survey for your own land. And
dude, that's
but
crazy.
I'll tell you that, man. I go. It's white. It is white.
They wouldn't let us stay. I'll tell you that.
Hell no, bro.
maybe blue.
Bro, they look at me. They'd be like, "You smell like a skunk, my guy."
Hey, they'll be like, "Hey, do you guys need any? Are we opening up a Mexican restaurant over here? Or do we need
dishwasher?
They're like, there is a lot of grass to cut.
Some weeds to be
We
pulled.
need gardeners. We need gardeners, man."
Okay, so let's go back to the nursing. Fucking the N in Norway stands for nursing.
Look what it says there. ER nurse by heart.
Okay. So
yes.
Okay. So why do you have that there? Because I did notice that the other day. Like, what does that mean?
Because when I first started, that's where I ended up. That's where I did it. They also gave me I got the internship.
Right. It's where you get your reps.
During my last semester at UTEP in the summer, I did the internship for Del Sol, doing their clinical hours, 32 hours a week, working there for free.
And then school.
And then doing my clinicals at UTEP and doing their freaking hours. They called it suicide, bro. It was literally, dude, it is mental suicide, but I did it. So I started working there, man. And in 6 months, I was moved into a trauma nurse. I became a trauma nurse. And trauma means all the ambulances that come in.
Right.
They come in. And that's what I'm telling you, to get back to that story. But that's where they tell you, hey, trauma, levels, there's codes. And depending what they call medical or trauma, that tells you who needs to respond. Level 1 trauma is the highest. And that means blood bank, lab,
everybody, right?
Everybody shows up.
All hands on deck.
And that's your gunshots, wrecks, multi-trauma wrecks. I mean, because you get some pretty bad stuff, man. Burns, because not everybody. Like I said, we can't save everybody, man. Sometimes we're not equipped to have that many people, and we have to transport people out. That's why we have to maintain camaraderie, I guess you could say, between UMC and which is level 1 trauma. I don't know if Del Sol is now. We were level 2 at the time, but we ran it as a level 1 because sometimes the ERs were busy. If you get turned around,
right?
Yeah, if they're full, we're packed, man. We would have the hallways, bro, everywhere. Oh my God, everywhere. People, people X-ray laboratory, everything, everybody running and communicating. And the main person that runs the show, the nurse. Nurse has to be in communication with all that.
With everyone.
Everybody.
Coordinating everybody.
Everybody for 4 patients.
And that's just fucking like a standard, that was just a standard time, right? That wasn't even like COVID or anything.
No.
Damn, that's fucking
Through
crazy.
COVID was, that's why the contracts went like crazy, man. They went crazy, man, because it taught us the U.S. system is broken. There's not enough people. The nurses that are been experienced, they're a lot older now. I think the gap that's between them is almost like 15 years. That's a big gap.
Yeah.
From the youngest nurses to the oldest nurses. That's a big gap. So that generation of nurses is the best nurse. That's where you're going to learn. Those nurses are golden, bro. Yeah. That's knowledge. They're the ones going to teach you little things in that.
So did you guys see like a nice payday like as a result of COVID? Like, did you guys get your wages like increased? No, not at all.
No, the contract nurses were the ones that first who got there. Yeah.
Like my lady's a nurse. She's a nurse at Providence, and she said she did travel work in Roswell, and she's like, I went for like 6 months. I came back with over 100 grand.
Yeah.
God bless.
She's like, she just closed on her house, and I was like, damn.
The CEO started throwing money at. They had to.
She actually just got a raise too. It's $10, but she's already making like 60, 70 something dollars an hour, dude.
Mine is contract. Mine is contract. But mine was I did it for 2 years because it was beneficial to me. These nurses will do 13 weeks. There's 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 13 weeks. Mine, I was able to do it to 2 years, lock in that money.
That pay rate.
Yeah. With anything else, the contract. Because a nurse, after a while, you start being yourself. You learn how to contract yourself out.
Yeah.
Because an RN license is an RN license.
Yeah.
So you're like your own fucking like HR trying to find your own fucking like job.
Yeah,
dude.
What benefits you? What benefits you?
Okay. And
what works for you?
Why did you move from the ER? Like, what was it that made you want to like try something new?
It's believe it or not. First of all, I had done it I was at the ER almost 2.5 years, and I saw many things, and it takes its toll sometimes, like I said, but I at least made it like, that's the goal, at least to be in what we call critical care scene, which is ER, ICU, and med-surg, and CV ICU. That's like critical patients that you got to be quick on your toes, man. You got to find out what's going to happen to my patient.
Their life is in your hands. You
have vitals, you have your labs, your x-rays, your diagnostics, and you got to, with the doctor, interpret what's going to happen to this patient, what we're doing. Because we need all that to determine for the doctor to get diagnosed.
Right.
In my job, we assess. Nurses assess. Doctor does an intervention, and we assess how the patient is. And a certain amount of time, we got to go back and assess how the patient is doing and report that.
So the doctor's the general.
Yeah, he's the main man.
Okay.
He's the main man. But we advocate for the patient. Sometimes doctors, they do some things, make some orders and stuff, and you're like, as a nurse, you're like, hey, doc, you really want to do this?
Did you see this?
Yeah. Did you see this lab over here? Did you see this, man? And you have to be there.
Right.
And they'll be like, oh shit, oh yeah, hold that order, and then that's how you do it. That's how that's how you communicate. If you don't do that,
then you're doing your job. Yeah, for real. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dude.
So when I left the ER, it was after 2.5 years, and then and like I said, it was a story. So I went hiking, and I didn't have the proper shoes, and I slipped. Okay, and and I communicated this bone. I broke this bone. I landed like this, and I shattered it. Okay, so they put me on a full cast they wanted 10 weeks. At 5 weeks, I cut it off.
You're like, fuck this.
I need to work.
I need to work.
Can't hold my beer, man.
So maybe that choice wasn't the best choice. That's why, even as a nurse, yes, we're stubborn. We are stubborn on our own medical thing.
You're human.
So we ended up getting a code. The patient came in code blue. He's there doing CPR. Code blue.
Code blue.
Code blue. And that's everybody. Boom, that response, man. So I went to do CPR, buddy.
Oh no!
That pain, as soon as I started putting pressure, and then I had to maintain it.
Yeah.
I had to deal with it. So I knew I wasn't okay.
Right. You knew you weren't healed and shit.
I wasn't healed. And I went through now got you. Because I felt that when I was done, dude, I couldn't move this arm. And then the other people, they'd look and they're like, what's up, dude? And like, I think I strained my arm. So my charge nurse said, are you all right? Like, me duele. And he said, go ahead, go home. Okay, all right, thanks. So I went home, iced it, thinking I'm going to be fine. The fucking next day, dude. Like 3 times the size, dude. I had reshattered it, dude. I was doing
throwing like gang signs and shit.
Wait, but the person survived.
I did it for them.
The person survived, dude.
Crazy, dude.
The person. So I moved, and that's when I started exploring. That's when I started.
Is that how your hand was, or what?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was his face when they're like, "Hey, he survived."
He survived. Are you good, man? Are you good?
Yo.
Oh, dude, no, mira. I can do a stranger still, man. Dámela, mira, con las dos.
Bro, that's crazy.
So yeah, I had to, let's say, okay, man, I can't put myself like this, because then I was recast 12 weeks.
Damn.
Gain weight with depression.
Yeah.
You should have just done those first 10 weeks, bro.
Dude, terco, bro. Yeah, hey, but this is that's life, man. You learn, man.
That is life, yeah.
Would I do that again? Of course not.
So now you have your hiking boots?
Exactly. I invest it now.
You have a walking stick.
Now I'm able to invest in proper shoes.
He's like, I don't go hiking no more.
Oh no, I'd still do it.
These
man.
fuckers are crazy at the bar talking about David tomorrow.
Yeah, dude.
Tomorrow.
Dude, my homeboy David.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah, dude. Crudotes, vamos, we'll go up to the like Dripping Springs, Aguirre Springs.
Las Cruces.
Yeah, and I like that. David does the more steep ones at fucking 5-6 in the morning, dude, and comes back all fucking.
Yeah, he's also on crack the whole time.
like 1,000 miles. Huh?
Dude,
all the years we've known that fucker.
I don't understand that fucker, dude.
He's like, hey,
dude.
Guys,
he's crazy.
He's been gone. People go up to him at bars and say, "Hey, man, you got blow, bro," and he doesn't mess around with shit, dude. He don't mess. He's straight, man. He drinks. That's it, man. That homeboy, honest to God, he can drink. That boy can drink, man.
On Chris's birthday, we saw him at Tuna's. Me and Blue were leaving, and then so we went to go say bye to him. And I was like, "Hey, man, whenever you go hiking, we should do it." And right away, he's like, "Dude, let me tell you something, man." And he's like, "Dude, let me tell you something, man. Dude, the other day, man, two of my friends, they went up, man, and they came down, and they took this picture, and he showed me. He's like, "Dude, the other way he died." And I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, man, but I'll call you up if you
people
want
have
to
done
go."
at the mountain, bro. And that time, we gotta be cool, man.
You gotta be careful, bro.
Because that fucker sees paths, and I'm like, "What trail?" He's like, "This." He calls it a switchback. He listen. He's gonna laugh at this shit. He's like, "Hey, David," because I always fuck with him. Is that a switchback, David? He's like, "Yes, that's a switchback." But what he follows is deer trails.
Right. Or I was gonna
they're
say
very little trail. They're made for deer.
Well, that and they're very like steep. Well,
Steep,
yeah, but like deer are like better at climbing shit than we are. Like they're very nimble.
They're made for that.
Well, they have hooves.
Yeah, dude.
They have hooves. They dig into the fucking rocks.
So does David.
You know what, man? Probably so, man. Those fucking big toes of it. I mean, I think
Talons.
I'm not joking. I think one time he came down and he hiked so much that because believe it or not, it's harder coming down.
Yeah.
It's harder walking that hill.
You gotta
Tuck and roll.
You're stopping yourself constantly.
Yep.
So he did it so much that the nail on him fell on one of his toes. That's how much he does it, bro. Yeah.
He's a fucking savage.
Yeah, if you go climbing now, you can still find his nail.
Yeah.
It's like
it's grown now, dude. So
it's like antlers coming out of the
So then that's what I did, man. I started. I left the ER and then started. I did hospice, and that's very
That's
humbling.
tough, dude. Yeah,
that was
of course.
Yeah, dude.
That's like people that they're about to die. Like,
You see them transition, man, and that humbles you, man.
Right.
And it has its rights and its wrongs. It's a beautiful process, man. My dad went through hospice, man, and he died where he wanted to die, at home, surrounded by his loved ones. Very peaceful, man. Right. And it's a very humbling experience, man. Because even when you're there, you're seeing that transition. You start becoming. You see it so much, and then with the experience in the ER, you become, in a sense, and it's a sad word.
Numb.
Desensitized, man.
Desensitized, yeah. You're like, you died.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Just nonchalant. It might be not as much nonchalant, but you do.
Well, you say it like, okay, yeah, that person's dead, but then to that family, they're fucking like, yo,
bawling.
this person's dead,
They're
bro.
bawling, dude,
Yeah, dude.
and the dynamics, man. And
range of emotions.
because I've been there when at the end, and when they pass, they, at that time it's all legal, they have to have DNR, do not resuscitate, do not intubate, and those people have written that shit down,
Right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they understand
So
that. That's it.
I've been there when their patients say, "No, do it. It's okay. Do it," and you can't.
Can't.
Legally, you can't.
Because it's like part
It's a
of
lot.
being in the...
Dude, my license is gone.
part of being in the hospice is the fact that like you're gonna die here. Like your condition's not gonna improve anymore.
I would go in and I would read all the charts and everything. And at that time I was already experienced with it's the medical terminology. It's long. You got to know what you're talking. There's cancers, and you have to qualify them. So I would read all their charts, and I would see what they're dying from. It's really, as you said, end stage kidney cancer or stage 4 cancer, breast, all types. AIDS, AIDS. People with Down syndrome, believe it or not, they don't live long. They die from other comorbidities, as we call them.
Right.
And I would go in and see them and then start telling them, hey, so all this stuff that you're doing to save your life, all these procedures, dialysis and stuff, we're gonna stop them. So I go from saving,
cutting them off, pulling the plug,
cut them off, man.
Yeah, fuck, bro. God damn.
And I went into that. So then I did that for a year. For a year, man. And I'm like, oh shit, and I got my experience. And then again, something in my mind said, hey, you got to go, you got to move, you're not going to do this. This is not going to be long-term. I know now in my, as my profession, when I go into a job, a new, organization, if it's going to be very short-term or very long-term.
You can tell right away.
Yeah. Because people, people think like, well, no, I've been in my job, 10, 15 years, 20 years. That's realistic for some, depending on your degrees, different.
How do you determine that?
Huh?
How do you determine that? Like right away, or
it's like no, it's not right away. Like I said, like the shortest been a year, but it comes to me, it comes like I know this already. I'm like, I already know what to do. I get bored.
Not challenge.
Yeah, I start getting like a little bit bored.
You kind of like plateau.
Yeah,
and then you're like, all right, well,
you leveled out,
right.
and so I'm like, so, and then I start thinking, so do I want to do this? So am I going to do this longer, or should I? And sometimes I do push myself because I don't like stopping in months or short term. I like I said, do a year, 2 years, like that. And I transitioned from there. I met a couple of buddies, and they're like, hey, dude, the sheriff's department just picked up the contract with UNC to do the medical things for the jail, dude. Yeah.
For the criminals.
So I went
for the crisis.
Man, I saw so many friends, bro.
Oh, you motherfucker! I knew you would be here.
I would be walking down there and go, Manny. I would hear Manny.
Bro,
hey, what's up, David?
You know what would be funny is that like, okay, so like when you go to jail, it's a very long process, and you're
terrible.
there, like you're at the fucking substation forever. And then they bring you downtown.
4 or 6 hours, something.
Yeah, and then you're chilling in a fucking cell waiting for them to call you up, and a nurse or someone like Manny
that's what will do
exactly. An evaluation.
The medical clearance,
right.
that we're calling it. Yeah.
I can only imagine being at the West Side Bond office or jail cell for 6 hours, pulling up and then seeing Manny's face. I'd be like, yo,
hey man, what's up?
I would have paid a ticket to this guy.
Yeah, you did actually.
They should have seen each other at Tunas.
Yeah, dude, but that's crazy. Like fucking.
So yeah, I went to go work, and wow,
how was that?
That was like wow.
I mean, I would say like the jail is like one of the craziest places you can.
Yeah,
be.
dude. Well, I don't know. Well, I ended up, medicating. People could not believe this. I would medicate a lot of high profile bad dudes, man. The Walmart guy, man.
Really?
All the time. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. He's there. He's there. Yeah, dude. But he's got to get medically cleared, and we got to still go check on him.
Yep.
If he has a complaint of stomach ache and stuff like that, he still offered its cruelty.
Still has his rights.
Yeah. He still has his rights, man.
I would have been like, you ain't getting shit, my guy.
And especially like
oh no, dude, he gets what he wants, man.
Especially right now,
man.
he hasn't been convicted. So
no, not yet.
He's
the trial. I think
just read like
2 more years. Yeah, he's still innocent.
Right.
Remember that. That's
innocent until proven guilty.
The reason he gets what he wants is because he's a high profile inmate.
Exactly.
So
the world is watching.
Is he in solitary? He's not in Gen Pop, is he?
No.
Right.
He's being charged for the state dropped the charges for the like state charges, so he can get the capital, the
federal-
maximum, the federal pick
crime.
him up. Yeah.
So he's in the feds.
Oh yeah,
Well,
they
and
got
then-
him.
And then the other thing too is that okay, so like if something was to go wrong with this guy or he was treated badly, like that shit would go public
yeah,
so
dude.
fast,
Yeah.
and then
Quick.
that could possibly
Jeopardize,
jeopardize the trial.
Yeah.
So they can't fuck around with this.
No. This guy, he's gonna go through the process. We all know what's gonna
It's
happen.
crazy how one of the best lawyers for his defense. I forgot who took it. Forgot.
Well, he's changed. I think twice. I believe defense. He's
Really?
yeah. His
Because I've heard
family.
they've been messing up bad, right?
Yeah,
prosecutors.
They've been
Yeah,
fucking-
dude. It's a mess,
the
bro.
new DA's trash.
It's a new process and everything, and then the family, they got money.
Yeah.
The guy came from a place he planned it. We all know. But yeah, I mean, there's people there like that's the highest I could say in probably because it's so public. But there others,
What's the craziest thing that you experienced while you're working there?
people getting jacked, man, just for food or property, man. Yeah, dude, like boom, dude. There's no warning there, dude. They just bam, they
take
go
what they
at
want.
it, dude.
Yep.
You got 24 fools in a pod, man. Sometimes, man, intention gets got quick, man. And yeah, and then the women's section. Shit, dude.
They're crazy, dude.
Jeez, that's a putazos.
Why you
Yeah,
look at me
dude.
like that, eh?
No, they have their own rules, man.
Yeah.
You got to respect that. You see, and with us, man, we just go do our medical and do what we can, and
Get
that's
out.
it. We're very limited what the department lets us do, man, because they're still, they're not there because, they're innocent. We know that, but some, you could see like, hey, man.
You did it.
I mean.
Yeah, he looks guilty as
Yeah,
fuck.
or yeah, man, he can hurt you, or she can hurt you, and like you can't do favors, man. And like if you're walking by, man, and they ask you, hey, they ask for an extra Band-Aid, 2 extra Band-Aids, or you can't give alcohol swabs, right? So different things, right? Little things you can do and give them extra, cotton swab, or they might need to put a cream in a certain area, whatever. And then they do it, so they keep asking you. And then the day you're like, nah, man, I don't have any. Then boom, it gives them a reason to just flip, dude. Yeah, they say, well, you did it last time, and I'm like, well, I don't have any this time. And they say, fuck you, they'll fucking start fucking telling you, bro. And then some dudes are like, they're segregated because they're all, in that gang, and some are in this gang, and then you got your all Latinos, razas. Yeah. Those two are separated, Latinos and razas, because if you're sureño, norteño, they gotta separate. Yeah.
'Cause they look at all your tattoos. And
And exactly during the process of booking, there's an area they look at your tattoos and they take pictures.
And then they like investigate like if you're pertaining to a specific gang.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
And then so there's that, and then there's the when I worked there, I would get a lot of like weird names added as friends because they don't have access still to like laptops and stuff like that, or iPads.
Yeah.
We pay for all that shit. and you get friend requests, because they have access to it. Yeah. So they're very opportunists. They hear. All they have is time.
Right.
Yeah.
They're sitting there and they're hearing and hearing. So your name, you can put your name block, and you can just tell them to call you a different name.
Yeah.
Because they'll use anything against you.
Right.
Yeah. My name's Chris Marcus.
They'll use against you, and then they'll threaten you that, they'll tell me, oh, we're gonna
get your family.
Yeah,
and shit.
we're gonna next time you're gonna get chanked or everything, but you're never alone.
Yeah.
You got 2-3 guards, man. Always cameras everywhere. There's never there. I guess they know their areas where they know they can't be seen.
Right.
But the ones I'm in, I'm always being watched. Man.
Yeah.
Being
fuck
watched. And you gotta have the attitude for that, because if they see weakness and shit, then
they
take
smell it, bro.
Oh yeah.
They smell
They'll
it.
eat you up, and so I would stick around.
Chris smell like Bud Light.
There were times they would call me all kinds of shit, and I would tell them, like, you know what, fucker, man, I know one thing, and they were like, "Can't put that." And I go home at about 6 a.m, dude, because I would bring down.
That's the best.
Yeah, dude, I go home, dude, stop
get
in.
some pussy.
Yeah, stop.
Fucking Joe. Throw some pussy card. I'm gonna go get me some pussy, bitch.
And I was gonna say like, I'll go give me a Whataburger,
Right.
fool. Yeah, but this
Yeah,
motherfucker
this
comes
fucker,
over there.
yeah.
I'm gonna eat ass.
Right. from the back.
Hey, I'm sure they do in there too, man. But
I'm gonna be eating it from the back, baby.
from the back.
I got this one.
All right, we're coming up on 51 minutes here.
Woo! Beauty,
Or
bro.
54 minutes here, actually. I can't see you again. Surprise. All right, so what we're going to do is take a quick break.
All right.
When we come back, I have a special question for Manny. Talking about all this nursing shit.
All right.
I have one general question that I want to ask him.
All right.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to do top 5 bars, El Paso bars with
Yes.
Manny.
Hey.
We're going to do some trending and local topics with Joe, and then we'll do 5 random questions at the end. So episode 136, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Try to replace me, but bitch, I'm one of a kind. You know, I be speed racing up on the highway 95. Look, I don't give a fuck why these niggas hating on me. Oh, wait, because I got your bitch tripping on me. She said my love promethazine got her leaning on me. Spanish mommy with that accent, bet she call me Poppy. Okay, yeah, she be hitting my phone.
All right, guys, we are back from break. Episode 136, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, with our boy, Mr. Manny. Give him a round of applause.
Truly enjoying myself, man. Truly, man. Awesome, man. Good.
Bro, sometimes, dude, I have to laugh. I have to laugh because sometimes the shit Joe says off fucking camera is just out of control, bro.
You don't even know what he's saying.
Ah, man.
The homie
dude.
said, I think I need to go to nursing school. But not for any,
See one picture.
right, not for any of the like reasons why you would go to
should go to
nursing school, but because he saw one girl that looked hot and he wants to go to nursing school. He's gonna waste all this money trying to go to nursing school to smash one girl.
Manny's gonna pay my first one.
Nah, Joe's
God
like, hey,
bless.
man, if I'm going to save a life, it's going to be her life.
I'm clapping cheeks and saving lives.
He's gonna be like, is there like a 10-year
Fucking
nursing school that I
Christ.
can like go just
Right.
slow?
Can I be a resident here? Like,
Just take my time.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah. After all I told him, dude, he's like, yeah, I could be a
that's
nurse.
all he cares about.
Those are some
all he
hot
cares
fucking
about.
nurses. Yeah.
No, you know what? No, shout out to all the nurses, man.
I worked with beautiful nurses, inside and out, man, inside and
Whoa.
out. So it's inside, because beauty's skin deep, ugly's to the bone, man. You know, and at the end, man,
Damn.
you gotta look at some shit like that. You
That
know,
was,
That was some deep shit.
that was good. Damn, ugly to the bone. I felt that shit. Damn, fucking ugly as hell.
no, ugly. You're inside, man. You're
No,
you're a mean
That shit was
person.
just
Yeah,
funny,
that
dude.
shit. Yeah, you can be beautiful, but when
Right.
you open
If
your
you-
mouth,
if you
you're
treat
like,
people like
God
shit,
damn,
yeah,
dude,
dude, of
just
course.
shouldn't
Shut the
open
hell
your
up.
mouth, bitch. You shouldn't open your mouth.
Chris,
You fucked it up, dude.
Fucking Joe, huh?
I have one more question for Joe. Bro, we've been here. How long have we been here already? What time is it?
we've been here since 12:12.
Okay, why are your eyes still slanted? And you
Damn,
still
dude.
haven't smoked any weed?
Because I went to bed around 4 because I was
4.
clapping cheeks.
Clapping cheeks.
Nice. Thank you for that.
He was getting
And
his cheeks
I
clapped.
woke up at 7 and then came back, got my little boy some breakfast, and I
Man, you had to smell that, dude.
It looked like somebody was pulling his hair super hard.
Dude, pobrecito.
Do you have a hickey on your neck?
Fuck no, dude. It's bacteria. It's bacteria.
So this
It's
what,
bacteria growth. Dude, look at that, dude. Hey, you need some penicillin for that shit.
dude, he's a nurse, so he knows.
Let me get that.
Manny's all like, yo, dude, you got a week left.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do here.
Shit.
So we're gonna get to the top 5 El Paso bars with our guy Manny. He's cultured. He's been around the city. He can tell us a
he
good
is
top
cultured.
5 list.
Está curtido,
And,
güey.
and then according to Joe here, and I'm gonna quote, he stays with the bitches. Okay, so we'll get into that right now. But I do have this one question that I wanted to ask Manny, just based on all the nursing talk that we had previously done on the first half. My thing is like, you were pretty close to like death, like in almost like every job that you were in. Like you were dealing with people who were like on the brink of dying or
Yes.
that were dying, like straight up.
Or died.
So, or that died, yeah, straight up. So, like, me myself, like, I'm terrified of dying. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm just scared.
Is that your
to
biggest
death.
fear?
Yes, that is my biggest fear for sure. And like, I think about it like every day for some reason. I don't know why, But
You stop smoking, dude.
yeah, it could be the weed, but you know what? It makes it. That's how I forget about dying.
He's like, I'm
called
scared of dying. He's like, I'm scared.
Yeah,
It's called anxiety.
but no, like dying in like not like in dying in like a crazy way, like you know what I mean, like not in like
traumatic.
Fire.
right in a traumatic way, like
Traumatic. It's called
fucking
traumatic.
being on the highway and somebody just plowing into you and you die, whatever. So like, how do you like? Are you afraid of like death? Like, how do you feel about death? Because you've been around it so much. Like, does it make you feel differently about it?
Definitely.
Makes you appreciate life, though, no?
It does, and it goes to something I believe in is make a moment of everything, everything that comes on you. Make a memory, man. Gotta do it. Stay positive, but I had to have it in two perspectives because when you said traumatic, so that's when like quick done. All right, so. That is that I'm terrified of that.
Right.
That's traumatic. That's like
scary, bro.
that's like being on a plane, right? And then it falls. That's one of my biggest fears. I'm not afraid of that. I'm afraid of probably dying by the hands of man.
Yeah.
Getting murdered.
Yes, but say if I the death that it's chosen that gave me life and I make it to age, I welcome that.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
I welcome that.
That's
Chris is afraid of like falling off the bed.
But it does change your perspective, man. It does change it. It kind of tells you like, well, man, if it happens, it's gonna happen.
It is what it is. Pretty much.
Pretty
It is
much,
what it
man.
is.
Right.
And I tell you, I'm in that state right now that I see that's how life is, man. I mean, it is what it is. You keep going, man. You can't stop.
Right.
You got to keep moving because you have people that depend on you and everything. But I've seen how many people have passed or have come to pass or have and have recovered. That I guess there's certain ways I don't want to die, and maybe die in that way.
Right.
Certain things. Definitely not being burned.
Right,
I'll tell
dude.
you that.
That would be the worst, no?
That's the worst.
Let me
dude.
tell you.
I would
don't know if
honestly
y'all
think-
heard on the news, man. Up there in Las Cruces, I think last week or happened,
hear
man.
that.
Some cat went up to an ER, man, dosed himself in gasoline, lit himself on fire, and walked into the ER, man.
Fuck,
Up in Cruces,
dude.
man.
And what do you do
I work
in that
up there, man.
situation?
Well, what the fuck you do? Turn him off.
Yeah, but it's like what? Like,
Oh no, he's probably gonna die from by that. If he's on fire,
fucking
it's a
Christ.
chemical, so the gasoline's on you, and the vapors, the fumes are burning you, and the skin soaked into your clothes.
That dude literally got baked.
Yeah. It's called maybe rotisserie.
Right. This guy was fucking
fire, dude.
And I've heard like when
Charred.
you die in a fire, your first things to pop are your eyes.
Well,
Jesus
most
Christ.
likely because it gets fire.
Well, I would also say
there's air there.
I would also say probably drowning is probably what would be the worst because you're alive
slow.
all the
That's all.
time.
You're slow.
Yeah.
That's so slow.
You're
Yeah.
alive and like you'll be fighting to like stay alive, which would be like terrible because you would fucking literally to the last.
If you can't swim, just say that, Chris.
No, I can swim. I'm just saying like
Fucking floats, man.
fucking-
Fucking
yeah.
floats.
I mean, I'm
man.
gonna flow regardless,
All he has to
you know
do
what
is
I'm
take a breath, and then you just.
But I was just
I know
thinking
that.
like because like death is like Manny said, we're all going there, bro. We're all on the
That's
fucking
our destiny,
Yeah, we're already on that trip, and like we're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah.
But I just was thinking, like, is it different for you now? Because like I don't deal with death ever. Like
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
It is, Chris.
like,
It is
you know
very
what I mean?
different. It is different. And then one of my biggest fears, especially traumatic, is my kid, man.
Right.
Yeah.
My kid. So
My kid.
I've put myself mentally. I've gone to that place that you were talking about earlier, where you start thinking about death and everything. And I put myself in certain death scenarios. What would I do?
Yeah.
And the first thing that I always think is like, oh, definitely get hold of my daughter and let her know, hey, I love her.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
hey, I
Tell
love you.
somebody, hey, tell my son I
And if it's the paramedic, if it's the
Yeah.
cop, the firefighter, right, whoever, hey man, geez,
tell
hey,
her.
Please
her
tell
name
her.
is Hannah, man. Let her know
So like
that I
here's
love,
another thing
fucking
too
love her.
that like
The
I
guy
think-
who's gonna shoot me, hey bro, even though you're gonna kill me,
you motherfucker. Okay, so another thing I think about too, right, is that like when people die like that, like tragically, like unexpectedly, right?
Right.
Like they say they have their last conversation with their significant other or their kid or whatever
Right.
without them actually knowing it's the last conversation.
Right.
So you walk out the door that day and you hey, I'll meet you at Applebee's for dinner at 6:00. You never make it to that.
Yeah.
Like that type of death is another level because it's unexpected.
But which ones? I think this one's worse. For example, let's say the people on 9/11, right? When they're making the calls, letting them know what exactly is going to happen. That one's worse. That one's rough.
That one's rough, but it's also equally rough on the opposite side.
Well,
because
You never got to say your goodbyes.
right, there was no closure. Like, Joe, I'm going to see you later tonight, dude.
Right there. Right
I got a secret to
that's
tell you,
closure
Joe.
for the other person, but it's the worst for the person giving the news because
I'm telling
you know
you,
what your fate is.
Joe, I'm telling you, Joe, tonight we're going to go party, dude. Right? We're going to go out 8:00. And then that's the last thing I say to you.
It.
And I die somehow.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's going to be like...
Joe's still going to party.
Yeah, he's going to party his ass off.
I'll be like, I'll blow up for Chris.
That night, he's like...
What he would say then when it came, to getting together with all the friends and everything, he'll say like, damn, dude, the last thing he told me was like, hey, dude, remember we have a party at 8:00. Don't be late. That's what he's going to remember. That's his last memory. So, yes, closure is a big thing. So maybe that, too, could play a fear of death. That
because
could change your
I always
perspective.
tell, like, my wife, like, even if we're mad at each other, because obviously... You get, you're married.
We're all family. Shit happens.
But every time I leave, like, for work, every morning I make it a point to, like, say, hey, I love you. Like, because you never know, dude. You never know. And she'll get mad if I leave without telling her that. Because she's like,
you know what I mean? Pass by my house and honks, and I'm like, oh, I love you too.
Yeah, dude, Joe, see you later. I'm out, brother.
See him on my cameras.
But you never know because, like, and that is the scariest part about death. Is like death when you're in a hospice. Okay, it's different.
That's why it's
but
beautiful.
It's like
it's kind of you're going
right
in your own.
But
way.
when it's like sudden and unexpected, dude, that shit is just.
I had a friend, a really good friend of mine. His name was Aaron Blevins. And I knew him for a very long time, but he was always scared to come out and tell me that he was gay, and I always knew he was gay. And there's this one time, the last time we ever hung out, we were at a party, and we were in a car and we were smoking, and he was super wasted. And he's like, "Yo, Misa, I'm gay, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Bro, I don't care, bro. I love you, man. I knew it. That's nothing. Nothing's gonna change. We had our talk. 2 months, and after that, I didn't talk to him for like 2 months. Like my phone changed or whatever, and he ended up passing away. But that was the last thing.
Thing that you remembered.
It was like that closure.
You see,
but at the same time, not knowing that, hey, this guy's gonna be gone.
Yeah. So that happened to me when one of my best friends. Brother to me, was taken by COVID 2 years ago. I saw him in September, because his birthday was September 24th and mine's September 30th, and he was always 6 days older than me. So, but he was 5'4", tiny little fucking stocky fucker, man, and he's told me, hey, I'm going to Puerto Peñasco with the family, my brother, and everybody, man. And it was during COVID, man. And I told people, be careful and everything, because he had health things. I go, and he was very skeptical. Nah. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Nothing like that, right? So he went, posted pictures and everything. And he was a FedEx driver. And he came back, man. And he talked to me when, like, 2-3 days after he came back, and he tells me like, hey, dude, me siento mal y todo. He said, well, get tested, way. So anyway, he went and he got tested, and everybody basically had it, COVID. His mom, his mom, his lady, and everybody had this. Brother, the brother's wife, everybody had it. But his brother and him both got it. Now, I known this motherfucker for 43 years, and I known this brother well because he was older. He knows me longer because we're punks down in the neighborhood. And he got it, bro. And next thing you know, motherfuckers in the ER. But Johnny, his brother got a hospital bed. All the beds, hospitals full here, dude. We were running crisis numbers, man. Crazy. It was scary times, man. And everybody counting up, man. It looked like a scene from, what's that movie, Contagion? Right. Crazy some shit, dude. I'm not joking, man. It was fucking scary. So his brother was able to get to Sally's home tight, and they were able to have a bed for him. That's how he got a bed here. But Johnny was transported all the way to Beaumont, Texas, man, by himself. No one can go. And that's where it got me. Maybe that death, because he didn't get to say bye and anything. It hit him so quick. His brother died. They died 4 days apart.
Damn.
And then you die by yourself, bro.
4 days apart.
Like, fuck, dude. That is terrible.
I talked to him. I would send him messages, and he's like, "No," and then communicating with his wife, and she was so strong, man, and she is still strong, and that could, I mean, he was taken away. He was the family. He was friends. Everybody knew him. Mamon, Trump supporter, hardcore Mexican girl, grew up in the fucking projects, like fucking Trump supporter, man.
Trump supporter, bitch.
I am a Trump supporter.
Exactly.
We didn't understand him, dude, but we loved the motherfucker.
Trump would deport your ass like that,
Dude,
I got papers.
he's such a big Trump supporter. He was willing to deport his own ass.
He was gonna deport his ass. He was gonna deport himself to prove a point.
So, but getting back to that terms, dude,
dude.
getting that to say bye and that closure. So it comes down to closure. Maybe that's what I fear the most.
Right. I think that's what it is too. Yeah, is you just like.
And my kid, it would be like not saying bye.
Right,
Like,
dude. Imagine that.
That shit happened. Get to say the closure.
Right.
Yeah. Don't get to say it, and
it's fucking terrible,
dude. And then I think about her. What did shit? Because she's over there, and what shit goes wrong? And that's the worst I think.
And then you're gone, dude. Like there's nothing you can do at that.
So
point.
I put myself in the position too, and that's how nursing helped me too. Because I know if I hustle, then if you hustle nursing, man, you're smart and play it right, you make money, man.
Right.
You make money, dog. It's not easy. You're gonna bust your ass, and you're dealing with. I mean, you're dealing with lives, people's lives, man. It is.
Right.
But that's why you go through it and everything. And that's why it pays what it pays.
Hey.
And now people think like, well, nurses make too much. Well,
nah, bro.
motherfuckers,
What?
dude.
No.
Really? What is too much?
Yeah.
Right?
What is too much, motherfucker?
Nobody makes too much money, dude.
Thank you.
That doesn't happen.
I'm still the 99%.
That does
bro.
not happen, bro.
I'm never gonna be.
Right.
I understood that a long time ago. I'm never
Right.
gonna be the 1%er, dude.
Right, we're not-
I'm never gonna be a porn star, and I'm never gonna be a 1%er, dude. So I understand that shit, dude.
Hey, if you ever see Chris in there, hopefully not. But if you ever see him in there like non-responsive, just open a Bud Light and he'll fucking get up like that.
I'm gonna do a prostate check on him. Hey, though he doesn't need it, bro. I'm just gonna go. Come here, puto.
You just hear moan.
The
like,
doctor ordered
deeper.
Hey, I told the doctor, hey, do me a solid, man. Just put it on the order, bro. So legally I can do it, bro.
Hey, now for his birthday. It was your birthday last week, right?
Yeah, it was.
When they're
last week.
leaving, Lena, I was like, ooh, Mr. Nasty time.
That's
and she
right,
laughs, and
yeah,
I was like,
that's
put
right.
in his buddy likes that shit. She got so mad. I was like, I'm kidding. I'm like, what are you trying to tell me out here?
All right, so let's transition here from anal sex and death to
transition
to a lighter topic here. So obviously, our guy Manny likes to party. I like to party. Joe loves.
I
to
like my
party.
drink. I love my drink.
Joe's still partying. Joe's still
Joe
partying.
is the fucking walking definition of a party. You know
Just look at his eyes.
Look at him go.
I'm tired.
Bro,
He
been a
looks
long
like he's
one.
he looks like he's off 2 ecstasy pills. So
fucking party creature, motherfucker. Dude.
party creature. Okay, that's what he looks like. Okay, so here's the deal here. So we thought we should ask Manny if he has a top 5 bars, El Paso bars, and so Manny has some age on us, so we said, you know what? If the bar is closed, you can still include it.
Right.
If it was a
right,
past
right.
place, past destination, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do top 5 bars, and then what I want from Joe is top 5 taco spots in El Paso.
There
I
you
got you.
Okay, but I don't want to hear like, oh, Juarez, go here. No.
They're all
Yeah.
El Paso.
Yes,
Okay,
I want El
Chuco.
Paso.
Chuco.
Yes, and I don't want no fucking excuses.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Like
All right.
he's trying to wake up. Look at him.
Yeah, look. I have to
did I
give you
hear
something to do
tacos?
because you're falling asleep. So I said your favorite word that begins with T, tacos.
I thought it was titties.
Your second is titties. Okay, so what we're going to do now is let's start with Manny here. Let's get the top 5 bars according to Manny in El Paso.
All right. Yeah. And I'm not trying to offend anybody because I like my
It's your list,
my little
dude.
brother here said. I know, but it's I know so many people and so many bars.
Right. They're not going to get mad.
If I don't say the right bar,
Don't worry.
They're not gonna let you in anymore.
Exactly, dude. I'm gonna get it.
Gets banned from Grab's
He gets
Corner.
86.
Dude, I like that spot.
I like that spot too.
We've been there before. That's
Hell
why.
yeah, dude. Fuck
Okay.
yeah, dude. So, all right. To start it off,
Don't be scared.
I'm not. And con todo respeto a todos mis friends allá que tengo, So
No more open bar for you.
Covering himself every inch of the way.
I think he's gonna be like notable mention.
On the outside.
because I don't mention you guys. So definitely number one. Yeah, no, motherfucker. But you can find me here on a Friday and a Saturday. You know, back in the day on a
After this
Tuesday,
pod.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, most likely. I don't know. Is it open? No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 11 minutes.
open.
11 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be open. I'll see tunas, baby.
Hey, number one.
There you
Of
go.
course, man.
That's the neighborhood, man.
That's my hood, man. Hell yeah, dude. That's I was always, where we
the
going
man
home? We
You know what? It's funny because I told you guys this, but we didn't say it on the pod. But I had been talking to Manny about being here today on Saturday, and then I ran into him at Icy Tunas on Friday night, the day before this, and I was like, I'm not even gonna talk to you. Like, we're gonna talk enough tomorrow. Like, hi, how are you doing? I'll see you later.
Boom. That's exactly how we
exactly
did.
what I
dude.
did.
That's just, boom. We went like
shit was
that, dude. It
hilarious.
was fucking hilarious.
Okay, so Icy Tunas is on the board.
Ryan, boom, hit it right there. Number two, come on, of course, man. Show love, show Lloyd's Pub, man.
Hey, Lloyd's. Patches, shout out Patches.
Give him another-
Fuck yeah, dude. Sylvia and Patches, man. I love Sylvia. I know Sylvia Coronado days, man. Hell yeah, dude. That place is another place home from home, man. It's the fire pit right there.
That place is
Coronado
days.
days.
Shout out Harley, too. Shout out
Thunderbird, El Harley Edge.
Hey, shout out Harley.
Dude,
Lloyd's is like the biggest bar that doesn't look like a bar.
Yeah,
From the
yeah,
outside,
dude.
it doesn't look like a bar.
Yeah.
Hey, if the girl's ugly, I'll take her there. So I don't have to see it.
Damn, dude, that's pretty. That's harsh, dude. Damn, you're on the road today,
It's really
cabrón.
intense. Hey.
No,
Joe's
dude.
back, guys.
Yeah, dude. Harley was my designated driver in Daytona for
Daytona.
Rockville, dude.
Hey, shout out Harley.
Dude. He went out with
Joe,
us out there, man. The kid, man, he rocked it, dude. That guy's he's an old soul, man. He's awesome, dude. So right, so actually the third one you said it earlier, dude. I enjoy Graham's Corner.
Graham's
dude.
Corner.
I
That's a
fucking
good
enjoy
one.
Graham's Corner, dude. That's that little place, man.
A little hole in the wall.
Well, we called it the post office because
Yeah, 'cause
that's
right
like
next
that,
door,
where
right
we
next
meeting.
door.
Yeah, that's so we would. That was the code. We said, "Where you going? The post office, man. Let's go. Let's have a little dude noon. Go have a mason jar, fucking cold. Shit. Jenny,
Grams-
shout out to
Grams
Jenny.
and
out there.
Applebee's are the only ones I've gotten kicked out of.
How do you get kicked out of Applebee's?
We were fucking loud at the bar. Me and an old boss I used to have and shit.
Really?
So.
Oh
Too many,
shit,
too many
dude.
dollar long ice or ice long tea, whatever. The
Long
Long Island
Island.
iced tea. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hey, those do it to you, man.
dude.
They'll fuck you up, dude. So what's that? The third one, right?
Yeah,
So,
number 4.
So number 4, man. It's there's a song written about it, and the reason I like the place,
Oh,
man.
I know which one.
Yeah, dude, definitely, and because the food there, man, I love the eating there, and just the ambience in that area. And when I have many friends that I met their family, my dad used to party out there in Canos,
Yeah, Canos.
back in the
Bar.
day, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
right next door, there was a old bar, Rosa's Cantina, bro.
They used to do a lot of
Never,
cocaine in
Dude,
Carlos
you
Bar.
never been there, dude?
Never.
Oh, dude. Should go now, man. I think they just had that reunion, and I went cruising by yesterday before Tunas. Actually, I was gonna go there.
I'll be back.
And dude, it was solid packed to that place. It rocked it. The Buena Vista crew and everything. Those are the old Smelter Town
Smelter
people.
Town.
That's all. Hey, people that don't know that, man, that's some old school stuff right there. Smelter Town, man, back in the day, man. And that's my 4th one.
Number 5.
So number 5 that's why I asked Chris, man. It's a bar that it's no longer here, man. But god damn, I had some good memories there, dude. So it's Papa's Cantina, bro. Hijo de su pinche madre, güey.
The look he gave me, he's like,
God damn.
I can only
dude,
imagine
that kid,
the shit you saw there.
It's the same spot that turned into Pops. Right?
yeah, it turned into Pops, man. But
And then now it's an Arby's, no? Or
yeah,
what is
they
it?
knocked it down.
They
Yeah,
knocked it
yeah,
down.
yeah. They
Yeah,
knocked
It's
it down,
gone.
dude.
It's completely gone.
Yeah, it's completely gone. I mean, and so apologies to the third tavern, Aaron's, the Brew, Gasoline Race, the Brew, all the bars that were King's X, those are honorable mentions. Tap and Bottle, Pelicans.
You guys are great places to go.
Hey, Applebee's. Fuck
Applebee's
you.
on Red.
He's like the Waterburger on Franklin.
Dude. So my bad. You know, I love much love to
Hey, you forgot
everybody.
the rib. You got the rib,
dude,
man.
That's I didn't want to bring it up, dude, because they're gonna fucking of course that place, dude. It's walking distance from my mom's house, bro. Of course that place, man. But you said the top five. The top five. Of those
That's
were
a
mine,
great
man.
top
Those were my
five,
time.
man.
It's a great
But
top
the rib, you know, I'm sure it's a lot of other people's top fucking five or number one, man.
It's because like
But, yeah,
the rib,
man.
like if I want to fucking party, like I'm not thinking the rib. Like if I want some food, okay.
Yeah, you know,
But if I want to fucking rail fucking like tequila shots and then fucking
Violently.
eat ass
I
from
was
the
gonna
back,
say a rail of
That's what I
cocaine.
want.
I'm like,
That's
where are you going?
Sign me up, coach.
Hey, no, the rib is where I go. You know, start my Sunday fun day.
Right,
Get
exactly.
Get
Oh.
some drinks on the patio, some
Dude.
shots in, and then
Yeah, the Bloody Marys on Sunday,
Yeah.
Papa. Yeah,
and then
that's
tortugas for the fucking Smirnoffs or whatever the
Yeah.
Ruppel.
You know,
Ruppelmans.
dude,
Yeah.
when I'm downtown, you know, there's another one old tradition too. Be, you know, that's old school like Rosas, and it's the tap, bro. I love fucking
the
going to the
tap.
tap.
Tap's fire.
I'll walk myself down and park
Brisket
them, you
nachos
know,
there.
bro. The chicken tacos, those grasosos motherfuckers, man. And fuck
gonna have
yeah,
to
dude,
try
that
those.
tap. You been to the tap? You kicked that at the tap? You never been to the
No.
tap?
Tap is
Right there
nice, dude.
downtown.
Bro,
That's
open
where all the
7 in the
lawyers
morning,
go.
man.
All the
7 in the morning it's
judges.
open, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, 7
All the
in the
cops go
morning,
there.
dude. And there's food. Here we go. So there's a lot of places. I mean, I got, but you said my top 5, and definitely those.
Bro, you know what? You know what you didn't shout out? The brew at all. And we were there that one time. You fucking took down that fat ass like hot dog out of. It was ridiculous. Yeah, dude, the fucking.
It used to be called Homewrecker.
Well, actually, you know, the brew, you're right, you know, because many good friends, like Darlene and Stassi, there, dude, and true, you know, and like I've seen, I can go on bars and bars and bars, you know, that I've been out there in Coconuts. I mean, come on, I have been on.
I was there last
I
night.
had some fucking memory. You see, los ojos sucio, cabrón. ¿Cuál es esa cola, verdad?
Bro, no wonder your eyes are still slanted, bro.
Party with the
That
sucias
fucking
over there.
third eye you have on your neck, dude. What the-
They didn't leave him a hickey. They left him a pimple and shit.
Yo, Joe, is that shit infected? Bro?
It is, dude.
That shit's
Bro,
pregnant.
it's like bulging out of his neck. Okay. All right.
That looks like a tumor, dude.
It's not a tumor.
So let's do this. We're coming up to 30 minutes here. I want to do these trending topics with Joe. So I think what we should have, bro, that fucking pimple's a trending topic, bro. Okay.
That's waiting.
Okay.
It's looking at me.
It is, bro. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have Misa introduce Joe, introducing the topics. So go ahead and let's get some music going here.
That's right, guys. And this week's on Trending Topics
Don't forget
with
to
your
share,
boy, Joe Means.
So on our first topic, guys, you know how the Deshaun Watson suspension about him getting massages and those happy endings?
Yeah.
They're having the National Convention of Massage Therapists in Cleveland this year.
Like down the block from
Down the
fucking
block.
the stadium.
Down
Bro,
the block.
who's in charge of that? And why have they not fucking said, hey, you know what?
Massage Association is what gets me, bro.
Yeah.
That's only to, you know what? So they don't get taxed.
Dude, have you seen those memes I
That's
sent
true.
you guys?
Yeah. They're ridiculous, you know.
Bro,
and
why isn't somebody like, can we move this to Iowa?
It's too late. They probably where there's no football teams.
Iowa, Michigan. I'm thinking logistically, what's close to Cleveland? Detroit,
Chicago.
Why do we have to still go to Cleveland? for this?
Hey, well, as the article says, irony can be pretty ironic sometimes.
Maybe it was personal, you know?
Back
Wow,
in
man.
2019,
Like throwing it in his face.
the American Massage Therapy Association made the decision to hold its 2022 National Convention in Cleveland. To lure the city was seemingly an easy sell. And then Deshaun gets traded there, last year?
Yeah, dude.
Little did organizers know back then of the Hornets' nest their members would be walking into.
Dude, who wrote this? Good words, man. Hornets nest.
That's because Cleveland, of course, is a new home of Deshaun Watson, the NFL quarterback who faced 24 civil lawsuits, including him accusing him of sexual misconduct during appointments with massage therapists, and whose playing status remains up in the air as the league appealed disciplinary officer Mrs. Sue Robinson.
Money corrupts, man.
Decision
Money
to
corrupts.
suspend him for only 6 games.
Dude, this is so funny,
bless.
dude. Like, obviously, the Deshaun story is not funny. Like, that part.
No,
it's bad.
It's
but
bad.
the irony of this association saying in 2022
We're gonna have
massage convention in Deshaun's home stadium, like, or home city, whatever.
National
Little did they
convention.
know.
You couldn't write this shit, bro. You couldn't
can't-
make this
you can't
shit
make
up.
this shit up.
Yeah, dude.
I wonder it's like 300,000, 500 fucking thousand massage therapists. I wonder.
Bro, they're gonna have to fly Deshaun out of the city for that.
He has to like handcuff himself.
Dude, it's like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was gonna say. Like, they gave him like top view, man, so he can look like, oh, let me go talk to that one over there. Is she Asian? Is
Bro, they better-
Is she Asian?
Is she Oriental?
I heard they do the best ones, man.
bro.
I heard. But the thing is,
They have to get Deshaun Watson out of the city on that day.
it shows two things.
Fuck.
It shows It shows, first of all, women still are suppressed.
Right.
Okay, because they're after this 24. That's how he gets 6 games. You're punishing him by trying to take him money off him, where he's gonna still make money more off this shit that is going on there.
Just get a hooker, bro.
Hey, look at his face. He's even like, I need a massage right now. Hey, but look what happened with what
He's
is it,
gonna
Robert?
accidentally throw the ball over there to the convention. He's like, "Go get it."
But what goes through a man's mind, dude, to be in that position, in that starlight, and say, "This is what can you get away with?" Like, seriously, man. You got kids looking at you. You're a role model, man. You're people.
The
looking
money
like,
got to him.
Well, I would
Money
say
corrupts.
that's an addiction, dude. Like, for sure.
It could be. You're right.
Yeah, dude.
You're
Like,
right. You're right.
Nowadays, though,
It's
you
just a
mean anything
predator.
you do?
Yeah.
It's a
Look, but they-
24 times.
Like you said, money talks. The same thing happened to the owner of the Patriots.
Right. And that's what I'm
And
saying.
that shit
It's-
went away like that.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what I was going to say. The second thing, he's under the NFL, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
That guy's
He's a
innocent.
board member.
It's a
That guy's
very
innocent.
And
powerful organization.
honestly,
bro.
the players will face harder fucking discipline than an owner. Always. Like, always in the NFL.
Well, look what happened to the owner of the Raiders. He was forced to sell because he was making racist comments.
Crime comments. Remember?
He was forced to sell the Raiders.
The Raiders.
And,
He
it just
got
depends
caught.
how much money and what power you hold in
Yeah.
the NFL.
But it also depends how bad you get caught. Because if they
Yeah.
have you to where you're fucking feet are against the fire, you're done.
like,
dude.
well, you're innocent to proven guilty,
Right.
but when they have full audio
Right.
of you fucking
Yep.
saying, that
really
shit,
bad
come
shit.
on.
Yeah, dude. They got you. You're caught.
When there's at least 50% of Raider fans are fucking Raza.
Because of
They're
this,
like, he said what?
Come on, they're about step.
because of this, he's only gonna have dudes massage him now.
Okay, I'll take
Like,
it.
his offensive line is gonna be the
All right,
Well,
Misa,
you know-
go ahead and give us some more music. Let's get the second topic here, Joe.
Second topic is Russia embassy released a bizarre ad to lure people to move there.
Did you guys see this?
Move
Yes,
No
dude.
way, dude.
I-
This is
This
real.
is a commercial like from the tourist industry of Russia.
Can we play this? Can we put sound on that too?
Can try. I don't know.
You're kidding me.
No, I don't think I can.
Go back. Stop the share, Joe, and then do it again, and then hit where it says share with audio. So hit share, and then you see that little box, share sound on the very bottom, right there. Okay, now try it and see if it plays. I don't know if we'll be able to hear this though.
Oh, it's playing.
No, it's playing from the computer.
Computer.
Okay, but yeah, look, dude, this is fucking a fucking ad to move to Russia in red, white, and blue. Did you see that?
Don't delay. Winter's
Oh,
coming.
no, let's see. Bring it back.
Oh,
Bring it back.
That's their colorway of their flag.
No, I know, but it's also our color too. This is in English. This isn't in Russian.
Oh,
Beautiful woman.
Hey, that's
She's
just
targeted
great
at us,
observation.
Rich history.
And then look, all the things they talk about. Look, they
Literature.
mention cheap gas,
Architecture.
cheap water, cheap
Beautiful woman.
electricity,
Fertile soil.
soil.
Cheap electricity and water.
cheap gas. They mention.
Ballet.
For Joe.
This
Hey,
is all shit
cheap
Americans
taxi
like.
and delivery.
We like delivery. We like all that. Shit.
Traditional values.
South.
Oh,
Christianity.
South.
wow.
No cancel culture. Dude. It says
You're kidding me.
the article reads, move to Russia for the hospitality vodka economy that can withstand thousands of sanctions. The Russian embassy in Spain shared this bizarre video on their verified Twitter
Red, white, and
account
blue.
Red,
to
white, and
invite
blue,
people
bro.
to move to the country.
Hey, how much would it take for Manny to move to Russia? If somebody came and was like, hey man, I'll give you $1 million to go move to Russia.
I don't know.
You're a nurse here, but you could be a doctor over there.
Nah, they're gonna pop them with the Dos Equis. They're like, you can go to jail like Brittany Grey.
I don't know, man. I mean, to move, maybe if you would say maybe take a contract and see to experience it. I mean, in
6 month contract.
6 month
How
contract.
much?
Even with the war going on?
Of course. I mean,
Well,
let's put that aside.
that's part of this is come here now, even with this world.
Oh, with it going on now,
Right.
probably not, because that'd be put me away too far from people where I want to be close to. You know, I don't want to be too far. But maybe, let's say, in a non-realistic world, then let's just for one, time think and say we live in a good world and there's no war, everybody's nice to each other. I would go. I love culture. I love learning, dude. I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys see that?
Dude.
It said, "Don't delay. Winter's coming."
Okay. That's another thing, dude.
Is something gonna happen
No,
before
okay,
winter?
but where does that phrase come from? Winter is coming. From Game of Thrones.
Okay, yeah.
Game of Thrones, fucking
The North-
popular American show.
The North, yes.
Dude, these guys are fucking using propaganda.
Hey, dude, I honestly
Chris
believe
is ready to move over there.
I believe
Yes.
there would be people
No.
stupid enough to move.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not
he's
saying
right.
I would
This
move.
is propaganda. Yeah,
This is propaganda. This
yeah.
is Russian propaganda.
Yeah.
And then you see the
we can agree on that.
no cancel culture.
Yeah.
That's an American thing.
I
Cancel
don't know.
culture.
It sounds nice to me.
You see, there's
That sounds great.
Hey, that
Sounds like a great place to live.
Hey, they got me
course.
with cheap gas, dude.
Of course,
Yeah.
exactly. Cheap electricity glass. The United States said, do you know there's shortages of gas right now in
Yeah.
El Paso gasoline
Right.
station?
I was talking about this earlier.
There's shortages.
Dude, they
They're
just
like, what
got
the
you
fuck,
guys.
dude?
They convinced both y'all to move to Russia.
Electric bills are high, right? Of
Just
course,
kidding.
right?
I'd never move over there, Chris.
And then there's all this movement, politically wise,
Yeah.
that canceling for the our education, Christianity, cancel culture. Don't teach them that. This is what we're going to teach them.
Yep.
So everything that we're having conflict right now in the United States,
offering it over
they're offering it over there.
They're giving you the
That's
solution
just-
in Russia.
The solution.
These sick
This
fucks.
is a good example of fucking government. This is Korea.
Propaganda, dude.
This
Yes.
is Korea.
This is what you see it in North Korea, and this is what you
We
see.
know it's not like that.
Yeah.
We know it's not like
This
that.
is what you see coming out of China, dude.
Show me the true Russia, maybe, and then I'll show you.
Hey, but it looks nice, doesn't it?
Hey, it's beautiful.
All right, there you go.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like to go
will.
I'm not the only one.
Hey, I'll admit, I see some Russian porn, dude. I mean, there's some hot women out there.
I'm used to
dude.
the culture.
Some Ivanka Trump.
Like that chick shows up in a tank and a fucking.
I think one of them was called Ivana Fuck a Lot or
Dude.
some shit.
Manny's like, I'll fucking put a fifth of vodka down like that.
Fuck, I love vodka. Yeah, dude. I do vodka sodas all day long, dude. I love that shit.
All right,
dude.
Joe. Third fucking topic here.
The next one is kind of disappointing to me because I'm into space and all the pictures from the James,
Yes.
the new telescope, the James Webb.
Very disappointing article
And look
for
at this. I know I was really sad. So, top scientist admits space telescope image was actually a slice of chorizo.
What the fuck up, dude?
Joe. This is on CNN, bro.
No way.
On
Is it?
CNN, yes.
My
A French
lord,
scientist,
bro.
a French scientist.
How much did this thing cost? Trillion? It was almost $1 trillion. I don't know.
Look,
How much
I'll
is
show
it?
you the picture right now. Look, a French scientist has apologized after tweeting a photo of a slice of chorizo, claiming it was an image of a distant stars taken by the James Webb Space Telescope.
Culera, man.
Look at the picture in question.
Que culé. Oh,
Bro, what everybody thinks is state-of-the-art imagery from the world's best
I was like,
telescope.
damn, that's
You know what's funny? You know what's
All
funny?
it is a piece of Mexican delicacy, chorizo.
You know what's so funny is
Oh,
that there's probably a bunch of Mexicans out there that like looked at it. It's like, hey, wait, it's a piece of chorizo.
It looks good. It looks it's
Unos huevos rancheros, let's go.
All right, Joe. So, being as you were the biggest defender of
Space
the web,
Web.
of fucking
James Webb.
telescopes
I'm
and
with you,
everything,
Joe. I was looking forward. I'm hoping. I'm actually really hoping that this investment, this thing, could show us. I mean, because we're looking.
We're going back into
We're going
the
back
past.
into time.
Yeah.
We're looking at light that's traveled already, 4.5 billion years ago.
So this is 4.5 billion old
chorizo.
year chorizo.
So like like what scientists say, like if they were to look at us from over there, they would be seeing dinosaurs right now, which is crazy.
Earth is being.
Who's the
formed.
one to approve this? Some Mexican scientist.
No, French.
I'll tell you, bro.
It was a French.
The French.
Oh my God, I didn't even know they had chorizo out there.
Yeah, I know, dude. I didn't know they knew what
They
chorizo
just discovered
is.
chorizo.
Now we do.
That's what it looks like, man. Look
Dude,
at
it
that.
is, dude. But you know, it could look that like what I get
like
that
a
red
pepperoni,
pork.
too.
That
looks like
those
a
pieces
pepperoni.
of fat look good right there. That's some good
That's
stuff.
the fat right there.
Yeah,
That's some good
dude.
chorizo right
Bro,
there.
right
They're
there,
like that.
dude.
These are hurricanes out here.
That's Peyton's chorizo right
This
there.
is so fucking insulting, dude.
Bro, you know what's fucked is that they were like, yeah, dude, just release it. Like,
Yeah, let it go. Yeah, let's go.
who's gonna know?
It's gonna be okay.
Hey, read this one right here. After facing a backlash, what happened?
What did it say? Yeah, from members online community.
Down. Right
I
next to
feel
the picture.
obligated to specify that this tweet showing all the alleged pictures of they called it Proxima Centauri was a joke.
Yeah.
Let's learn the worry of the arguments then from the positions of authority as much as the spontaneous eloquence of certain images. Hoax.
Bro, that's crazy, dude.
That's the thing is that they named it Proxima Centauri, and that's one of the stars that they think might have exoskeletons. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
That's
crazy.
why they reacted the way they reacted. Yeah.
So you're a big space guy too?
If you're saying UFOs and stuff like that, no. I one of my favorite movies, and you guys can Google it if you want, and it's you guys probably weren't even born, but Google Explorers. I think it's with the movie Explorers movie. 1985.
Joe type.
There it is.
Joe
Right there.
type.
Check out
Should
that
be
movie.
a TV show.
That movie,
Just
bro, right
watching
there,
him
dude.
type shit out.
1985. I was
It's Ethan Hawke, River Phoenix, Jason Preston, bro, and
It's like a homemade
dude.
to another galaxy.
This guy makes they use a computer, old school box computers, and somehow they create a force field, and it takes they use an old one of those teacup spinners from an amusement park,
right.
and they modify it and put a TV and they make it like a spaceship, right? But they were able to make this globe into like it could go through anything, a powerful force field, and surround it. And somehow the computer went whack, and they were launched like boom, the speed of light times light in wormhole into another place, and they meet some aliens. Right, and the aliens turned out to be kids, because when the real aliens came, it was a giant dude, green dude, looked like a frog, and it was the dad, and the kids were the ones who were sending them signals and messages, and were able to bring them to them, dude. What the fuck? It's a cool story. It's a love story too. It has a little love story because one of the girls finds him at the end, and he loves.
Right.
And this movie got me into it, like saying, "Oh shit, space!" And like hey, when you look at light, it's light that left billions of years
ago.
So if I was on the other side and I would look at Earth, looking maybe way before dinosaurs, man. You know,
into the past.
So that concept, that reality,
It's crazy.
Yes,
it's mind blowing. It's kind of hard to grasp your mind around.
Yes, that's it.
Joe, imagine if you smoked weed, bro. You would fucking be a fucking NASA scientist, my guy.
You
would be in space 24/7.
You would ponder some excellent theories.
what is life?
Bro, I'm gonna give you a dab
What
after
if?
this, and we'll see.
I start my own
What
podcast. Conversing with Joe.
Conversing with space. Hosted by
Yeah,
Joe.
dude. I mean, it intrigues me in that concept. I
Shit
mean,
is crazy.
Joe would be
dude.
like, in space, are you missionary or cow?
Like
one is
my
it?
favorite planet is Neptune, man. The color.
Wait,
and
you have a
everything
favorite
is
planet?
Neptune.
Yeah.
My favorite planet is
Mars.
Neptune. It's Neptune.
Mine is Mars.
Yeah, I mean, they say that the pressure. It's Marciano.
Hey, we come
Let's give our favorite planet.
I'm gonna go with Earth.
I like this one.
Hey, but on some serious shit. Do you believe in aliens and UFO?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty pretty dumb to think we're by ourselves in this
for
mess.
sure,
In
dude.
this
Look at
mess.
your face, Joe. You look like one, dude.
I wonder about you sometimes, brother. I mean,
What's your favorite planet?
I mean,
Animal Planet. Okay. God bless you. Fucking. Dude, the best part was that Joe was like, I have a favorite planet too.
Mars.
have I seen one? Have I seen any kind of space
fuck.
anomaly and everything?
guys are out of
No.
control.
I
You know
don't.
how they release some like documents?
Yeah. Do I believe in them? I don't know.
You can't believe everything the government
I
tells you,
can't,
dude.
but
Fuck no.
I do believe there's out there, but I do also believe
I
that
believe Bob Lazar.
we are not ready.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not ready.
Because like,
bro.
look, NASA was supposedly intended to explore the seas,
And-
and as soon as they're like, all right, now we're going up there because
we know more about space than we know about our own oceans.
yeah.
The
That's
oceans
the
are
truth.
like 90% undiscovered.
There's places there. I mean, there's a dead zone in an area somewhere in the Pacific, like it's literally what they call the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out there. You get caught, you're fucked. I mean, there's no current.
Right.
There's nothing. There's no wind. Nothing goes. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, and imagine what could be in there.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. I mean,
Dude,
come on,
the
dude.
possibilities are endless.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the possibilities are there. I mean, but have I personally come across? No, but I love the images. I love the images of stars. I like that space thing.
Where are you going, Joe? Where are you going, dude?
piss.
There you go. Oh, here we go. Okay.
It's gonna tell us
You
if
can
it
barely-
burns,
dude, you can
tell us
barely-
if it burns when you pee. Pinche sucio.
Joe's officially back on the podcast because he's officially cut out to go piss once again. That's what he does.
Dude, why would he show up in his trunks?
Yeah. He showed up looking like there's a pool party here. There's no
he
pool
showed
at
up
all.
looking like a mess.
The sandals. They look aged, bro.
Oh, well,
They
those are
look-
for clapping. You know, those are for traction. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to get ready to wrap up the pod. We're going to do 5 random questions, but I do want Joe to come back for this.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is...
I don't know if Joe's gonna come back though. Do you have
don't
you seen
think
his
he's gonna
face?
come
You see
back?
how he's been lately?
Dude, he
I'm kinda worried about him,
Are his
honestly.
eyes open?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, they're
they haven't been
fucking-
open this whole
fucking
time.
like-
Poor guy, dude. Imagine not being able to open your eyes like
Imagine
all day.
just being Joe for one day.
No.
One day.
Joe for one day. All right, he's back.
All right.
I'm good.
made
I'm
it.
good. I'm
All right,
good.
we're good.
I thought
Good.
that-
Everybody's
I thought-
good, right?
I thought that tumor finally killed him into the show, you know?
Not the tumor, the
It's okay. We got a
pimple,
nurse in
bro.
the house.
That thing is I'm sorry. I would not. There's no nursing after 2 beers, man. I'm way
Hey
past
Joe, that
dude,
pimple on
already.
your neck, on your neck has its own like climate
dude,
zone.
doesn't it hurt,
It's
dude?
crazy.
It hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ah, dude, Jesus.
Tried a new body
It's a
wash.
hematoma.
AKA hickey. No, it's not.
Okay. So does anybody know what time it is? Does anybody
no
have the
taco
time?
spots?
Does
All
anybody
right.
got the time? Oh, we forgot about your taco spots. All right, Joe's five
Five taco
Yes.
spots.
All right,
Órale.
real
Number
fast,
one.
real fast.
Dale.
I have to eat the tacos from House of Rock, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Food
Sirloin.
poisoning?
Yeah.
Sirloin. Number 2 is I like the tacos from Gasoline Ray's. The little
Oh,
tacos.
yeah.
Number 3 is La Taqueria Tradicional off Solon Park.
Okay.
Fire. Number 4 is Los Dragones off Piedras, close to Great American. Mexican style, Juarez style, fire. And number 5, I'm going to have to go with Taco Tote, a little pricey, but
Hey, I like that. That's a good top
Yes,
5
yeah,
right there.
dude, that's very
That
good.
taco tote shout at the end.
Yeah,
Impeccable.
I like that red salsa from that
Dude,
fucking. It's fucking
those homemade
fire. The one with
tortillas.
yeah. I'm going to order some right now.
Yeah, we're going there after
Go,
this.
go bañate way first, man.
Yeah, Joe, before you go anywhere, you need a shower.
and pop
Sanitize yourself.
I'll pop it right.
Or maybe not
bleed out.
even not even a shower. We should run Joe through a car wash.
Shine up. Keep it
Air
armor
dry
on.
him. Yeah, dude. Get him all shined up.
Instead of crema armor on the
Fuck, that's
fucker.
hilarious. All right, so does anybody know the time here?
Do you have the time?
Yeah.
You have the time, Blue?
It's gonna be 2:20.
220. Oh my God, Manny.
Yes, sir. What,
Once
bro?
again, you're wrong. It's actually time for the 5 random questions here at Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast hosted by your boy, Chris Marquez.
There you go. There you go. I like. Dude, I love this music, dude. This music, and it gets me every time. Every single time.
The price
love
is
it.
right.
Yeah, dude. And listen to those horns. Like, magnificent. All right, question number 1, Mr. Manny.
Yes, sir.
Since you do fashion yourself a mountain climber,
Uh-huh.
what and this is hypothetical, but would you ever climb Mount Everest if given the chance?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Do you think you could do it, though? That's the other thing.
That's another thing.
Would I do it? Yes.
I definitely attempted just like anything in life till I would get it. Definitely. If given the opportunity, with the right people, the right guys in it. Yes, of course I would attempt.
Nah, dude, because then if you die, they'll just leave your body there. And then when me and Chris go up there, it's like, hey, there's Manny.
Yeah, there's a place called Rainbow Valley of the people that they've fallen and they have those color jumpsuits they wear up there, and they're in there, so they can't pick them up.
I saw an article saying that, where's Mount Everest in Nepal?
Yeah, Nepal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
K2 in the highest 5 mountains in Nepal.
the Nepalese government was asking for a death deposit in case you die, so that way they could recover your body without spending their money. That is fucking crazy.
That is
dude.
pretty fucked up.
That is,
How long is the trek?
well,
Like
it depends.
2 days. It depends. The weather. That
Right.
thing is so high, it changes so quick.
Yeah,
It's
dude. And then like
7,000 feet.
you have to go up you can't go up all at once. You
No.
have to go.
Why don't people just take a helicopter?
They can't go up that high.
It's
Well, at
too
least
high.
halfway or something.
Drop you off.
Fucking Misa, the laziest climber, just like,
I'll wait at the camp, guys.
I don't get it. It's like, hey, let's go all the way up there. Then you go,
No,
you
but
take 3
I
days, and
would
then you get
definitely-
there, and then you're like, all right, let's go back.
You got to get base camp and then prepare and then go and wait for.
Dude, and
But
they
I would
say
try
that-
it. I would definitely.
Misa sounds
try
like the
it.
guy that goes camping and stays at an Airbnb.
We stay in a cabin and I call
Portable
it camping.
toilet. Yeah, let's go camping, but with a trailer.
But supposedly there's a bunch of like dead bodies that are just there
Yeah.
preserved.
Well, that's,
Yeah,
that's
the
what I was
Rainbow
saying.
Valley.
That
Rainbow
they're
Valley.
asking for deposits now, so that
Yeah.
way they have money to go get your
get you.
dead body if you die.
Because they're in real steep, ugly areas,
Yeah.
so it's gonna take a while. Yeah.
All right, question
All right.
number 2: is Whataburger better than In-N-Out?
Waterburger all the way.
Hey.
No mames, way. No mames, way. You make it your own way. Extra jalapenos, whatever. Add all kinds of shit to it, bro.
In-N-Out's basic, bro. It's for the birds.
I've actually had them make me one time that I got some good weed and I was fucking really
Oh, hell
high.
yeah.
I had a 4-patty burger from that motherfucker, dude. I mean, I paid for it. I paid like almost $10 for that, but
Right.
that is so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Just the meat, no cheese, just the meat, grilled onions, and jalapenos.
Okay.
Fucking-
Good weed will do that to you, by the
That
way,
would do
too.
that
Yes, sir.
definitely, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's how I stay healthy. That's how I stay healthy. I eat good. I eat good, man.
One bong a day keeps the doctor away.
A bong rip a day.
Yeah, wee. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Question number 3, Mr. Manny.
Yes, sir.
Are you a shower at night or shower in the morning type of guy?
I do both. I
Both?
shower before I go to work, and I shower definitely after I
You
get out
have
of the
to
hospital.
after.
Yeah,
That's true.
I definitely.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Don't talk it. He hasn't showered in, bro. You still haven't showered,
I showered this morning. Fuck yeah. Dude, I could smell the coconuts on you.
I do both. Yeah, no, man, I do both. I actually shower when I go to work, and I shower when I get out of work. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Question number 4. Is this number 4? This is number 4, right?
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
4.
number 4.
Okay, yeah. Question number 4. All right. Question number 4. In one sentence, how would you sum up the internet?
It is definitely corrupt.
The internet?
Dirty as fuck.
Dirty as fuck. It is what it is.
Another world, guys.
And the funny thing with that question is, I was there when it was made. I remember at your house when your dad got
guys made
AOL
it?
online.
Bro.
Yeah, and we was
AOL, dude?
AOL online, and it would make that sound. Like it was logging in and all that shit. Yeah, dude, we had to watch the bar go like.
And then somebody makes a call, you gotta restart.
Yeah, dude. Or you gotta get off and use the
Yep.
phone. Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
phone line
dude.
with tie-up.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, back then it was like adventure. It was fun. Like,
Bro.
oh, it's new. It's and everything. Now, man, you fucking find anything you
I
want.
mean, fucking chorizo
I
in a
am
fucking
glad.
picture.
I am glad that I don't know anything, and I refuse to learn anything. It does not intrigue me about the black. What's it called?
Black market.
Yeah, all that internet that Black Internet, all those .onions and .auras websites. I don't want to know because it's some bad stuff.
Yeah,
there's some bad
crazy
stuff
shit out there,
man.
dude.
And the less, I mean, I know there's some. It's out there, so I don't even want to look.
Luckily, our internet is like it's regulated, but in a good way.
It's a good thing, you know.
like-
It's not saying Big Brother's watching and anything, but God, man, you don't want to give access to certain minds potentials to see or get a hold of certain things, man. You don't want to give that easy access.
All right, more music here, Misa. Really fast. Last question. Question number 5. Mr. Manny, what is your favorite swear word and why?
Pinche culero. Because it can be used for everything.
It's a multi-purpose swear word. Yeah,
definitely that word. Pinche culero. Man. And the second one would be puto.
that's Misa right there.
Because I'm one too.
All right, guys. That was 5 random questions with Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast with our boy Manny.
Thank you, man.
Episode
Thank you, man.
136.
Wow, man. Awesome, man.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna wrap up the podcast. We're gonna go around the studio here. We're gonna get everyone's final thoughts. Joe, I'm gonna start with you. I always do.
Yep.
So don't be surprised. So Joe, go ahead.
Manny, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us.
Thank you,
I missed you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man.
We're going to Tunas after this.
Hey.
I'm glad to be back. I took a little 2-week hiatus. I went to take my kid to San Antonio. Last week I was with them. Glad to be back, man. Missed you guys.
You don't have to blame your kid all the time, dude.
I was in San Antonio. I was in San Antonio by myself.
I know. We saw the Riverwalk snaps. We know.
I took him to the Alamo and he's like, Dad, this is boring. I'm like, I don't care.
Just say you were here.
Okay, but dude, the Alamo is so small.
Everybody think it's a huge thing. Dude.
I went and I was like, dude, this is it.
But it's part of Texas history.
Ozzy Osbourne was banned from that. He can't go to that place.
Yeah, because he pissed on it.
I didn't get banned from the Alamo.
Yeah, he pissed. He pissed like on it or inside but he pissed in the Alamo, motherfucker.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, Joe said all that with his eyes closed. That's crazy. What a talent.
Mírame, güey. Mírame. Mírame los ojos, güey.
Finish the thoughts there, Joe.
Thank you for having me back.
It's crazy.
He just fucking fell on his face right there. All right, Joe. Stop smoking whatever that is. I know it's not weed, but it can be good for you. Okay.
Is that crack? Damn, bro. Yeah, he's going through it like fucking.
Portable crack.
Misa, final thoughts today.
Yeah, Manny, dude, it was nice meeting you, man. These guys were telling me since we scheduled this that you're a pretty cool guy, and you are, dude. One of these days we'll go and we'll grab a drink. We'll watch you drink. I don't drink anymore, but your stories are great, man. It was cool. You're always welcome to come back.
Thank
Joe,
you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Good to have you back. Blue, man, with the beers always so cold. Chris, good stuff. Everybody listening, guys, whether you believe in aliens or not, please subscribe. Right? Y'all make sure to stay safe and stay fresh.
They are out there.
Mr. Manny, final thoughts today.
Wow, man. You know what? Nothing what I expect. I'm blown away, man. Thank you for having me. I can't, man, it should have happened earlier, but I'm glad I came. I mean, I was looking forward to it since we set it up because I'm like, yeah, man, help the homie out, man, and I know I'm gonna have a good time, Joe. Good to see you, man. Always, man. I haven't seen you in a while, man, and. We've had some good drinking times and good fucking curadas, man. And Chris, I've known you all my life, man. Always a pleasure to kick it with you, man. Always freaking, you know who I am. Definitely, you know where I come from, man. You definitely know, man. And you, brother, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me here, dude. Great to meet you. It's all good. If you're not drinking, bro, a power to you, man. Some people just, need to know that. And if you can't, you can't, man. Respect that shit, dude.
It's because I look at Chris and I'm like,
my boy Blue over here, my boy Blue. Thank you for all the beers. Keeping them nice and cold, man. I appreciate you. You're actually the most important man in this fucking room.
We said it.
Always that man right there.
Podcast doesn't happen without Blue, honestly.
No. So thank you. And everybody out there watching, man. Hey, man. These guys, man, they're working hard, man. They're doing it fun. Come out and support, man. Always local, man. El Chuco, always in the house. The rhythm for Shizm.
Let's go. Damn. All right, guys. Final thoughts on today's podcast. Once again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you're following us on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, whatever, thank you guys for that. Make sure you all subscribe. Blue, you're my boy, always. Joe, thank you for having, dude. It's cool that you're back, but I would like to see your eyes next time.
Yeah,
So
dude, yeah.
if we can work on that, that'd be great.
You should
Thank
go
for
home and
being
sleep
back.
for hours, dude.
Right,
That's it.
Shower, dude.
And you know what? It feels good having Joe back because it just feels like the band is back together in a way.
Yeah,
you know?
I've had a lot of
Awesome.
shit to talk, dude.
Yeah, dude, I've been waiting to roast you. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm holding back right now. I didn't come
There's more
after the
coming.
chain today. You know what I mean? But that's one of my favorites. All right, so Misa, thanks again one more time. Thank you for being here, Mr. Manny. It's
Thank
been
you,
a
man.
pleasure.
Thank you for having us, Chris. I
Always,
appreciate it, man.
you have an open door policy here on the podcast whenever you want to come back and chill with us.
Most definitely.
Be
You know
on
what?
the pod.
Definitely, man. Looking
Anytime
forward
we
to
can make
another
that
one, man.
work. And for everybody else, thank you guys. With all that being said, episode 136 is in the books. We are...